Welcome. It is draft day. So, for my fifth consecutive year and for the podcast second straight year, we are going to be live from now until the final pick of this this first round finishes. It was supposed to be me, LeeAnn, and then we were going to have Relic and all this, but LeeAnn had an emergency. So, we got me, we got Relic. We're going to have Nate Skinner on later. Who knows who might just randomly decide to pop by? You never know. But Nate, how you feeling tonight?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing good. So for anybody who doesn't know, for the last, I want to say while, I've been dealing with some health stuff, so I've been a little stationary, but I put that to good use and used my superpowers and built something we're going to be seeing throughout the night. This is the Steel City Huddle Draft Tracker. And I am incredibly proud of this thing because throughout the night, what I'm going to be doing is logging the picks as they come in. We'll be going through draft summaries, but the entire board is specifically built to determine what is best for the Steelers next. So throughout the night, as stuff happens, probably won't really kick in until probably pick 6 or 7. But one thing I was curious, Relic, if you agreed with, after Mendoza, it's just a whatever the fuck happens next.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Oh, okay.
I've been seeing some reports that the Raiders are not too happy with Mendoza. So I don't.
Please elaborate on that because I have not heard it. I would love to
So
hear that.
I've seen a few talking about his maturity. Some old tweets that have popped up.
I did hear that. That I did hear,
Um,
but I didn't know they were worried about it.
and I also heard about I think it was a joke post, but it is worth noting because it was an NFL coverage account that posted it. But apparently, he had a birthday party and nobody showed up. So who knows? Who in today's day and age, Zach? Who knows?
That hey, are we just gonna rewrite draft day 2 at this point? Because I every year I watch that and I watch that again, and I know that's a storyline. So if that actually happens, I'm going to that's just gonna be ridiculous. But yeah, that's actually I want to say that's the first time this entire draft season I've heard anything other than well, yeah, we know it's Mendoza. So I actually like hearing a little something different because nothing would make my heart happier than for everyone's board to be thrown into chaos by Mendoza not being the first one taken.
I
I
think
think
there's
that
a
would be insane.
possibility. I think it's a high possibility. I've seen a lot of
Oh,
talk
oh,
on
okay,
Twitter.
so if they don't take Mendoza, is that an absolute guarantee you think they're going to be trading, or you think that they have someone else they like better than Mendoza?
I have no idea. I'm the wrong person to ask about that, Zach. I don't know
Well,
nothing about the Raiders, but if they don't choose Mendoza, that's going to shake up the draft. Who knows? Maybe the Browns will be in the quarterback play for their ninth signed quarterback this season. Let's go.
I, they got to do something because I got to say, last year when they made the trade and decided not to draft Travis Hunter, I was sure that was going to be the dumbest move ever, immediately proven. And while Travis Hunter might grow into a great NFL player, it did not immediately turn on and bite him in the ass. So if Cleveland wants to do something else like that and instead this time trade up into it, that would not surprise. I know my stepdad would be incredibly happy.
I mean, if Travis Hunter was a strange case, cornerback and wide receiver, and now they're committing him just to cornerback.
It is strange because I've probably said multiple times on the podcast I watched pretty much every Colorado game since him and Shador got there, and I did not think his skill set was going to have difficulty translating to the NFL to the extent that it was. I legitimately, and I talked a lot of stuff on draft night and afterwards about how don't worry about Travis Hunter, he's going to be fine. No, that was not the case. So
Yeah.
I had to eat my words quite a bit on that one.
um, I'm excited to see what happens. I'm not excited that we're so low in the draft. But
That actually a good question. Do you think we're going to stay there? Do you think it's going to be a thing where we're because I have heard so much stuff today. Today was notebook emptying day where every analyst, every media person, just everything they had left in their notebook, they just said out loud. So I've heard the Steelers are going to trade up to 9 and take Caleb Downs. Steelers are going to trade up to 16 and take Mekhi Lemon. Do you think there's a better chance at us just staying at 21, or you think we might move up?
I think there's 3 possibilities with one like actual that's going to happen. I think we stick with 21. I don't think we're getting rid of it. The other option is we trade back for more second round picks, or
Okay.
like you said, the other option, which I think is the least. The Steelers are worried about Aaron Rodgers not coming back, and we're gonna overplay, and we're gonna trade that first for earlier just to get somebody off the board.
That would. I don't. You guys
I
might
think
get to
that
see
if
really
you're looking
mad
at
Zach.
if you're looking at it tiered wise, 1, 2, and 3, I think 1 we keep it, 2 we trade back, and then 3, I think we trade for someone, but I don't know. I don't know if that would actually happen because word on the street is Mike McCarthy is in love with Will Howard.
I've heard a
So
lot of that lately, and I know what is it? It's like voluntary mini camps just started, and if I've learned anything from actual NFL players who talk about mini camp, it's that you can't actually learn anything as a fan from mini camp, but as a coach you can
right.
learn a lot. And I've heard just praise after praise after praise after praise after praise for Will Howard coming out of that, and it can't all just be lip service. There has to be some truth to it.
Well, I mean, I think one thing's for certain at this point. Whether Aaron Rodgers comes back or not, Mason Rudolph is not the starter.
No, he should not. I don't understand the people that are like, well, maybe he just needs a shot. Not the amount of shots that guy has gotten. We have seen who Mason Rudolph is. He is a mid to low tier backup quarterback. That's it, and that's fine. There are many people who have made wonderful careers off that, but people need to stop putting him in a starter status because that's where he fails.
So I disagree. I think Mason Rudolph is a straight bum, homeless bum. I've said this. You can go back in my Twitter history back when he was the reins in 2021 and 2022. But I think he's a straight bum, and he should never touch a football again. But I mean, who has he played for? He's played for the Steelers, who have a shit O line, and he's played for the Titans, who are laughable. So maybe he's the next Baker Mayfield if he got the right team. Maybe he really is good if he had the protection. But from what we've seen, he has his like Christmas saving game, and then he's just a bum. Mason,
That's
Mason,
true.
Mason, if you're watching, you're a fucking bum. Get off the team. I don't care about your mustache. I don't care about nothing. Thank you for being an adult in the room, but get off the team. You're taking someone's paycheck. That's it. That's
Well,
how I feel about Mason. I've never, I joke on podcasts. I get on and I'll be like, yo, Mason's the guy. He's not the guy. I just
no,
like to
man.
piss people off, but I can't.
See, that's it. So you don't think Mason should be on the roster at all this season?
Unfortunately, no. Like, he's an adult. He handled the situation with class. But what has he done to show? What has he done to show? You know what I mean?
That,
That
that,
he's that he's
that's a
an
good.
NFL starting quarterback.
Let's be 100% honest. We have the Christmas game where he saves Christmas and all that, and it's the wonderful scene of people saying, "Did anybody in Pittsburgh go into that Buffalo playoff game saying, yeah, we got a real chance with Mason in this one?" No, we went in saying, "Boy, I'm glad we got here, but we are losing this game." And that's what. So that is not a starting NFL quarterback. If there's not even a glimpse of hope going into a playoff game, then I think that should be proof enough for people who say, yeah, he should have a chance. If you don't believe that he can win a playoff game, no. And let me be clear, I don't think Aaron Rodgers can win a playoff game either, but there's a distance between those two. So
I think I think Aaron Rodgers could win a game if he stopped yelling at everybody and just played the game. I don't know. He's still, I mean, if he had I mean, it feels so long ago that Aaron Rodgers was on our team. It honestly does.
Doesn't it though? I'm glad it's
But
not just me.
uh, I mean, he did win us an AFC North championship, which I just got to flex
Now,
right here. Oh!
yeah, I would
But
love that. I will take nothing away from that, but taking away the Steelers bias, I think I would say the Ravens kicker won that game for us instead of Aaron
what
Rodgers performing some kind of
do you have?
Rodgers.
Two
I've seen
misses that game, if I remember
yeah.
correctly.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I've seen Rodgers magic. We've all seen what Rodgers magic. It was very similar to Favre magic. You just recognize it. We didn't get a lot of that. We got, hey, that's better quarterback play than we've gotten in the past.
hey
But that's
Zach,
not a high bar.
hey Zach,
Mm.
we're like 30 seconds away from the draft starting, my man.
Yeah, I am. Oh, I have it up. So for anyone in the chat, if you want to let me know where you're watching and all that, but I want to make this very clear. If you have to ruin the picks, feel free to. I would prefer if you don't, but I'm going to input them as I see them coming up on the TV. I am not. It's exhausting looking at a phone while you're trying to do a live stream and keep. So that's what I tried to do last year, but it's not. We got right now. We got T.J. Watt and Cam Hayward on either side of Goodell. So I'm just hoping if they each take a quick swing, we could have a new commissioner by morning.
You
I'm just
are.
saying. I'm watching NFL Network at the moment. I don't have cable, so I just use the NFL app.
I don't have cable, so I'm watching a bootleg stream on some random website
See,
on
there
Sky
you go.
Sports. So I'm a little behind you, but
No, that's fine. Like I said, it's until it gets to the point where I think we're at around 6 or 7. Not a lot's going to ripple down to where the Steelers are, unless like suddenly for some reason the top 6 picks, everyone that we wanted is gone. I'm guessing it's going to be a little bit. So, but I'm just expect. I This is where it all starts. To if we get to find out if what I
so I
think is
just
going to happen is going to happen, or if.
I just got T.J. Watt and Cam Hayward on the stage with Roger Goodell. So I'm
Okay, so
about like
you're
40 seconds delay.
okay. That is not a problem at all. Then,
I'm
then we
just
will
glad I
just
can
go.
watch because I don't ever miss. You know what I mean? I usually just watch it on my TV, but unfortunately, we got rid of our cable last year because they wanted. I don't know what you guys have down there in Florida, but up here in Massachusetts, Comcast was like $350 for cable, internet, and no phone. Like it's ridiculous how
That,
expensive it is.
that's a month.
Yeah.
That's See, that's insane. No, I don't remember. The only reason I have any sort of regular channel is because the our Xfinity internet gives us like a free cable thing. So I did not sign up for any. It's so expensive. And now I will say this: we won't go on a huge streaming rant and all this stuff, but it is getting to the point where streaming is costing more than cable ever cost anybody.
Oh yeah.
But we're getting we got. Oh, there. Pretty much, it's right now. It's just wow, it's a lot of people there. See, a small
Um.
part of me was like, boy, I wish I could have been there. And I see the massive humanity. I'm like, oh, I am so glad I'm not there.
Um. Let me throw you this. Do you think T.J. Watt gets traded tonight?
No,
You don't
I
think
do
it
not.
happens?
I, I don't think we trade a player. I can't. I don't. I just don't see that. We have a treasure trove of picks. I would think it's more likely for us to pick up a player. I've seen a couple people having us trade for who's the guy on the Jaguars, Brian Thomas
Yes.
or whatever. Yeah, I've seen people having us trade for him and all this. So I think it's more likely that we trade for a player than we trade away a player. It's just I can't. Plus, that would be the meanest thing to do. You bring TJ Watt out to cheer the crowd on, and then you trade him.
Ugh.
That's you don't. I can't see that happening. So, but yeah, it's so I'm just ready because we have the draft is officially kicked off, so the Raiders are officially on the clock. So all
That's
we're waiting for is to find out if what everybody has been saying forever. Wow, Terry Bradshaw moves slower than I would like him to, and that makes my
Is
heart
it?
sad.
It's true, right? That they changed the clock, right? It's 8 minutes now instead of 10,
8 minutes. Yep,
right?
8, which is good. So I think it'll help a little bit, but I because over the course of it, that's like what 2 hour. That's like an hour that we get to gain from the draft. So it'll be an hour shorter, which I'll take because there's certain points where it's not your pick and it's like 11 picks away from your team and nothing's happening and it can get become a struggle. So I'm just
Um,
waiting.
how do you think it's stepping away from the draft for a sec? How do you feel about this Mike Vrabel situation with the
Uh,
Patriots? It's just getting worse and worse for that dude.
it is right off the bat. Because when it first came out, I we know, Mike, we know what's up. Everybody knows what's up. Why are you saying that? And then they just dug it deeper and deeper. And what's funny is when people make massive life decisions out of nowhere and then say, no, that has nothing to do with the scandal that happened yesterday. I just decided to step away from this incredibly high paying job to take some time for my family, even though there was no indication of that leading up to this. And we're all like,
Mm.
yeah, that's an admission of guilt, right? No, it's frustrating because these are two adults, and if right off the bat, if they would have just said that, it wouldn't be a thing now. It would not be a thing. They would have been dealt with it behind closed doors, but they decided to make it a thing by throwing a fit and saying no, it was you caught us at the wrong time, and then the photographer's like, oh, okay, I'll just release the rest of the pictures I have then if that's what you're gonna do. Just stupid adults. So that's my take. Just stupid adults, and I'm glad it happened to the Patriots.
I think I don't think it's fair that what was her name? Diana. I don't think it was.
Diana Rawson
I don't think it
Rocker.
was fair that Diana lost her job and all
Oh,
Mike whatever the fuck
yep,
his name is getting
Vrabel.
counseling.
That is
Um,
if that isn't indicative of how things work, I don't know what is.
I mean, I thought he was going to resign right before the draft when I saw that he was doing a press conference, but it was
And
literally just to be like, "I'm handling this with my family. I'm going to counseling.
yeah,
Goodbye."
yeah, and
Like,
the thing is, it's still not guaranteed that he is not going to get fired. There's a lot of stuff I still think going on in the background because no one is saying for sure one way or the other. So when a team does not say for sure one way or the other, you know they're talking about all the possibilities. For anybody wondering,
Zach,
there's 6 minutes left on the clock for Fernando Mendoza to either be picked or not. So
Ari, 6 minutes ago, Marav, I don't know how to say his last name. NFL.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
He posted 6 minutes ago. The Raiders are officially on the clock. Um,
Okay.
what's taking so long if you want him in Mendoza?
See, this is what I I love the movie Draft Day, but I don't watch it for its realism. Let's be very honest here. I don't watch it because I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is what happens. But for my entire life, I've wanted to know in detail what happens in this moment. Because right now we're sitting here, most of the world says Mendoza. It's been 2.5 minutes. What it's a you should have the card written out already. So I don't know what goes on unless it's the flurry of last minute things because maybe there's a confidence level of I know who I'm going to take, so let's sit here to the last minute, take every single phone call we get, see if someone gives up their entire team for us. If not, we'll go. Maybe that's it, but it's unnecessary drama. It feels like in every single reality show or game show that I don't watch anymore, where at the very end they do 9 different close-ups to people that are playing before they do the result, and I don't care about all this stuff. So just tell us what's going on. So,
What do
and
you?
Raiders fans are not patient. So
um, I feel bad for the Raiders with how the whole stuff with Max Crosby went down.
that was I feel bad for Max Crosby because and honestly when you look at it from a perspective of everything you have, everyone has a pass rusher. It's just y'all traded places. So that's all it was. It was a bunch of pass rushers moving one seat over, and no one's happy about it now. It's just yeah. Now I will say while the Giants trading Dexter Lawrence was a big trade I wasn't expecting. I thought there would be a lot more trades leading up to tonight. The fact that it was quieter than I expected, because me and LeeAnn talked about going live on a stream to give updates on stuff, and every day we're like, nothing's happening. We would literally sit on the stream and say, nothing's happening today. So, yeah. Oh, the pick. According to the television, the pick is in. So
It's gonna take
I
another
think we
5 minutes for it to show up.
that's the thing. So at the like I said, if anybody in the chat or anybody at any point tonight knows for a fact how this happens or what the process is, please let us know, because unless every team just has a 98-year-old man that they hand the card to and it takes him 8 minutes to get to the front. That's the only thing I can think. And by the way, shout out to the people that decided that this is how they wanted to spend their draft night. We have 46 people watching at the moment. So I just want a huge shout out to people, because the amount of spaces people have to watch this draft is plentiful. The amount of people you could spend their time. Thank you for spending your time with me, with Relic. We're going to have Nate later on. Once this actually does come in, I'll get to, for the very first time since I started building it, use my draft tracker. But so let's say, what do you think for the Steelers the most surprising thing that could happen in the first round is?
A lot of people have been saying a lot of different names. There's been a lot of different names in the draft.
So, well, let me put it this way, and I'll tell the story again because it's draft day, and I like to bring it up. Whenever the year Kenny Pickett was drafted, about 2 minutes before, I turned to my wife and I said, the only way we could make this the worst thing on earth is if we drafted Kenny Pickett. And then I turned back to the screen and my heart was broken. It's things like that I'm looking. So either really good surprise or one that was a Kenny Pickett kind of surprise.
The worst thing that could happen to the Steelers, and I mean this with my whole heart.
Yeah.
The worst thing that could happen is we let the Browns, which have been rumored to be drafting Casey Concepcion in the first round. If he is there at 21, I don't care. This draft is deep with O-line. Get the wide receiver weapon you need right now.
It is. And just for the record, it is official. Fernando Mendoza is hugging his family, crying, all that kind of stuff. So the drama has not started yet. We got what? Oh, come on. Every year they have a little feature that I'm like, a marketing team had to do better than that. For the cameras that are in the houses for NFL Network, it's called the Fam Cam. That was serious. That was the shortest meeting ever. What do you want to call the family camera? Fam Cam. Cool. Let's take lunch.
What do you?
Okay.
What? I thought the Raiders were high on Geno Smith.
Now this is one thing that I think they could be high on. Is he still there? Because I know they signed Kirk Cousins. So was it Kirk Cousins, Geno Smith, and now Fernando Mendoza?
Wasn't Kenny Pickett on there too?
Oh, I hope so, because that would just make it a dump. Anything where Kenny Pickett's involved is a dumpster fire. But I'm hoping the Raiders do something that is the most un-Raidery thing of them to do, which is handle this well, which is bring in someone as a first overall pick and say, just so you know, there's a possibility you might not start. I think that would be the gutsiest thing.
Super Bowl MVP Kenny Pickett is on the Panthers.
See, that's how little I just Kenny Pickett just keeps floating around, and that's not.
Oh, I can watch it on Hulu. What?
I just opened it.
Hey, there you go.
My wife just told me that we can watch it on Hulu. See you later, stream.
So you can actually be caught up. So
holy shit, that was a good 2 minutes behind you.
Yeah, yes, it was. That was rough. So we got the Jets are next. Arvell Reese is someone that I've heard a lot about people talking about, the linebacker out of Ohio State. I've heard this has to be defense. That's at least what I've heard. But like I said, I dove a lot into the Steeler draft, not the draft overall. So I know surface level for some teams, but outside of, I think the Jets are going defense. That's the extent of the insight, their information I can give you on what the Jets need to do. But yeah, well, actually, I will say this: from the time that they showed the family and all the little insights, and now we got Ian Rappaport talking and all that kind of stuff. the time does move quicker. There's already only 3 minutes left for the Jets on the clock. So this 8 minute thing, I think, is going to be more effective because I keep forgetting you get distracted for a moment by the reactions, the families, all that kind of stuff. Yep. So interesting.
How would you
And there's
grade the Raiders right now? Would you give that an
uh,
A?
Absolutely. I have not seen anything that says that he isn't a slam dunk prospect, and I don't say that because he's going to succeed this year. I think that he has the number one thing that's going to make him wonderful, which is I think he's going to be bad, and the Raiders will be bad this year, but I think he will say, "Cool, I know everything I shouldn't do next year," and he will actually fix it and allow himself to be coached. That's the difference with Fernando Mendoza with a lot of other people. He wants to be a good teammate. He wants to be a good player, and there's like a Tom Brady-ness about him in his intensity to want to win. But he hides it behind a smile and calmness. So absolute A. But I don't think this takes the danger level of the Raiders up one iota. I
They
think
don't have
everyone who
nobody,
plays the
right?
Raiders still. They,
They
they, they
traded all their weapons.
Yep. So it's not a Steelers rebuild where we rebuild while we also try to win. This is a full fucking rebuild.
Holy
So the Raider,
shnikes! There's
yep.
actually Jets fans.
I know.
Wow.
I can't believe we allowed them. That's so many people. My goodness gracious.
Did you see the flyby when they were showing the stadium? The stadium's completely full.
I love that city. What and from a lot of people were saying that the atmosphere and the
Yep.
energy around the city today was very, very similar to what it was in Galway and Ireland. And if that is true, that's insane because that place felt like a home game. So the pick is in.
Yep.
So a big reason I forgot this one. A big reason that everyone's saying that the Jets have to go defense is they didn't have a single interception last year. I keep forgetting that stat because it doesn't seem like it's real. But no, the Jets didn't have an interception last year. A single one.
Here we go. Pick number 2 is in.
Pick number 2 is in. There he is, you bastard.
Are you guys gonna do the sound? Dun, 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 dun.
I should have had a little button that I have, but I should have had all my
There it
cats
is.
meowing. Okay, let's see.
Offense.
Who are we gonna? Because I'm not
Linebacker David Bailey,
David Bailey. Okay.
Texas Tech.
Not bad at all. So we got Fernando Mendoza and we got David Bailey. So far, not too many surprises because there was a couple people in the top 4 or 5 that were defense that could have gone. Sonny Styles is someone else, another defender I think is going to go soon. I'm just hoping that we don't hear the name Caleb Downs. And for some reason, a couple rushes happen and he just keeps dropping. So because there's certain people, there's him. Fun question. Because I think I have a different view on this than a lot of people do. Monroe Freeling, the offensive tackle, everyone is saying is a plug and play 10 to 12 year starter. If he, for some reason, falls there, do you take an offensive tackle in the first round? Because I see a lot of people that seem to be not just fine with it, but well on board with taking a tackle in the first round.
I don't know. When I play Madden, and I play Madden a lot, and I know Madden's not the same as, the NFL or whatever, but I'm of the belief that you want a strong receiver core or a strong running back core before you want to get anybody else. Because, I mean, Zach, what has it been? 4 years now that we've had O-line issues?
Yep.
It hasn't been working out. And it doesn't really matter what you do with the O-line, it's not getting fixed. So I think you got to worry about getting those weapons now and then get those depth. We had some pretty exciting, non-starters step up in the end of the year.
Yep.
One
I
of
100% agree.
One of them, I can't remember his damn name, but he stepped up for Broderick.
Oh, Dylan Cook.
Dylan Cook.
Dylan,
Thank you.
yeah, Dylan, he's Dylan Cook. If for some reason you are going through the streams and you stumble onto this, thank you for coming out of nowhere and making me feel better about offensive tackle going into this year. That's the only reason I don't have offensive tackle higher on my board, because of Dylan Cook. I don't think he's a superstar or anything, but I think he can absolutely hold it down. We played some rough teams at the end of last year, and Dylan Cook held his own. So I really appreciate that you brought that up. That is an excellent point.
Fun fact: Adam Schefter just posted.
Yep.
The Jets have 3 coaches that were on Stanford's staff during David Bailey's time there. Assistant QB coach Thomas Merkel, assistant O-line coach Al Netter, and offensive assistant Matthew Sargent. They added intel the Jets valued and helped with the pick.
I like that. Hey, that's better than what the Jets used to be doing, which is going by Madden ratings. And if anyone out there thinks I'm joking and didn't know that story, go look it up. I am 100% serious.
That's not real, is it?
No, it's either the Jets owner would make decisions by talking to his son and asking what the Madden rating on the player was, real decisions were made at some level in the Jets organization based off Madden ratings. So just blow. So if they are choosing to go the other direction, I have more power to them, because when I found out they were doing that, that was ridiculous. So, oh my goodness. If anybody is not watching for just the shots of how good Pittsburgh looks, I mean, the Arizona room is very happy.
You're
There's
kidding
just
me.
a bunch of people. Oh, what happened?
I'm just
They're
reading what
happy.
you told me to look up.
I know, right? Like when you heard it, I saw your face. I was like, oh, I get to introduce you to the insanity of this. Just watching your faces.
New York Jets owner Woody Johnson has used Madden NFL video game ratings to elevate and influence personal decisions. Examples include blocking a potential trade for wide receiver Jerry Jeudy and questioning the signing of guard John Simpson to low in-game rating, causing concern regarding his management approach. Sell the motherfucking team. You are worse than Mason Rudolph.
Isn't that insane?
Oh my!
I mean, like, don't get me
Speaking
wrong. There are some uses of Madden. Like there was a couple mock drafts that I saw from, I think Fox Sports was one, and PFF was another, who said that they actually took some Madden ratings into account when they did their thing. But you never just purely base it off that. That's insane. So yep, no, wasn't kidding about that.
that's sad.
It
Sell the
it,
team.
it's the Jets, so I think if it was another team, I would be like, oh, really? That's weird. I can't believe that it happened with the Jets. I'm like, oh, yeah, that sounds about right. So now the thing that I don't know why the Raiders and the Jets I see is in a much better place than the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are just a dumpster fire of a team right now. They just
They're
don't know.
always in the top 5.
They are just so bad, because I don't remember at any point last year where they were competitive.
No.
I just don't. Kyler Murray pick, I think, was just disastrous for the team.
Where did
So
Kyler go?
I
Someone Vikings, right?
is he still there?
No, he didn't go to the Vikings. Did he?
Like that, I said my brain just stopped because I suddenly realized I don't know where Kyler Murray is. Is he still?
I gotta look this up now.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know that. Where? So for anyone in the chat who's a Kyler Murray fan, we apologize for not knowing about that. But the Kyler Murray fandom, I think, is shrinking.
He's on the Vikings.
What a weird. This is such a weird NFL universe.
There we go.
Okay, the Cardinals are in. What's going on? And for the near 50 people that are watching, thank you for not spoiling.
Jeremiah Love.
Oh,
running back. Wow.
okay,
I was not predicting a running back going anywhere before 11.
Neither was I, but I love it. I love running backs getting their love. And love right there. So
Why would
not mind.
Don't the Cardinals still have
Connor?
James Conner?
They do, but I think he's getting older, and I think while he's reliable, they needed the lightning to go with his thunder. Is a good way to put it. Because James Conner, we should never gotten rid of him because, yeah,
I
what
love
a
me some
bad.
James Conner.
Just as a human being and as a player, just wonderful. But I knew Jeremiah Love was gonna go high in the draft, but third overall is that's gonna make people talk about what the value of running backs are and if things are changing. Because it was just like
Keep
2 or 3
going.
years
Keep
ago
going. I
where
hear you.
people, yeah, it was just 2 or 3 years ago where people were like, oh, the value of running backs are, at an all-time low and you don't pay running backs anymore. One was just drafted third overall. So when that happens, you got to start thinking because he's going to be up for a big payday at some point, and they understand that drafting him where they just did. So wow,
Z-
40 touchdowns in the last 2 seasons for Jeremiah Love. That's
so, Zach,
yes, sir.
the Browns are coming up in 2 picks. I have it ready. I have it ready. If they choose KC Conception, I'm gonna pass out on the stream.
That would be. I'll say this: if they do that, the only reason we shouldn't be too upset about that is because there are at least two, maybe three wide receivers who should be taken before him.
I mean,
So if they do that, that just means that there's more for us, and they didn't do their job. But I don't want them to get something that nice.
they're probably gonna choose a quarterback. Let's be real.
Could you say quarter or corner?
Quarterback.
Really? You
I
think they're going to take a
Zach,
quarterback?
Zach, come on. They're so dysfunctional.
Okay, so that's not bad. So let's see. Because I don't know if I have everyone on here, but so who will we be taking then? Or who do you think they'll be taking? Because
Zach, you don't want to even
Ice
know.
Simpson.
No. I think this is an honest take. I think the Browns, if they're legit about taking a quarterback in round 1,
Yep.
they're going to take the legend, the absolute God among gods, Mr. Joe Fragano, quarterback. The projected Mr. Irrelevant by ESPN. That's who they're taking. Round 1.
Oh,
I'm
I hope
putting
so.
money on it.
Just for the record, if that does happen, then that I don't. Oh, but by the way, for anybody who can't see, the draft terrible towel for this year is fucking awesome. So I
I
have
have
it
mine up
hanging up
on
back there.
I have mine up on the wall behind the couches, but
So
I don't have as
yeah,
many as you, Zach.
no, I did not know how many I had until a bit ago. No, this is nothing. I have a bag full of them next to me. So yeah, yeah, terrible towels. I did not realize how many I was collecting. So we're we're on the fourth pick now. Who we got coming up here? Oh, we got Tennessee.
It's not gonna matter.
I don't know what to make out of Cam Ward. My brother Lakota is a huge Cam Ward fan. But I just he seems skittish. I don't like skittish rookie quarterbacks, and he
Yeah.
seemed to like to move around a lot, and happy feet don't work well on that thing. So I hope that they take someone in the offensive trenches because that kid got hit way too much last year.
I don't know. Zach, are you gonna be mad if the Steelers don't go for a weapon in the first?
It depends on the pick because I think Vega, the guard out of Penn
Jesus.
State, that would be a perfect pick. Wouldn't mind that at all. And he's not a weapon. There's a couple defensive tackles I would not mind because they fit nose tackle better than what we got at the moment. But I would prefer a weapon. I'm tired of seeing first round wide receiver picks do well for other teams and us have to deal with everything. That yeah. So I'd prefer a weapon for sure. So
You got
now,
to go wide receiver 1 or 2. You got to.
oh, Andrew, I want to. I think between either the first or second pick and then one of the third round picks, you got to double dip a receiver. I have done that in like every single thing that I've done. There's too many
So many.
good NFL starters. Oh, the
Holy
pick is
shit!
in for the Titans. What?
Look at all those people, Zach.
It's
The
insane.
aerial shots are just insane.
And Pittsburgh seemed to handle this well. I didn't see a lot of reports of this other than traffic, but that's to be expected.
It
But
is in.
I think okay, who do we got? We got Titans at number 4, and I doubt
Darnell
it'll be a
Tate,
ripple.
wide receiver.
Okay, first wide receiver off the board, and he should be. He absolutely should be the first wide receiver off the board.
All right,
Okay.
so we have a wide receiver off the board and a running back off the board.
Now this is where I want to see because of the wide receivers in this group. There's a chance this could set something off because my favorite part of drafts are the unexpected clusters that happen because teams freak out.
He's a tall guy, or at least he looks
Yep.
tall on the camera.
Let's see. How tall is he? Let's see.
What is he, like 6'1"?
6'2", 192.
Okay. He's gonna have to perform with that number 4 first round pick. He's gonna have to perform for the Titans, which is that's a tall ask right now with nothing.
That is because this is a backwards pick to me because I don't get me wrong, I think Cam Ward is excited about this having someone to throw to, but you got to have time to throw to people and Cam Ward gets no protection. So this absolutely should have been one of the high end offensive linemen. Without a doubt it should have been. So this is I don't I I can't say how Carnell Tate's going to do, but let's just say even if he does excellent, there's a chance Carnell Tate could have a 1,200-yard, 8-touchdown season, and the Titans win 4 games. Easy for that to happen.
Just letting you know, there's a rumor going around Twitter right now. It just popped up on my screen. The Patriots are going to be trading they're one of their picks tonight to try to get George Pickens.
Actually, I heard I didn't hear the Patriots specifically, but the fact that George Pickens did sign his franchise tag
Did he?
thing, he signed it right before the draft. He can be traded
Wow.
anytime now. So that was the only big news right before the draft, and everyone said there's no reason for him to do that except to open up the door for him to be traded.
He ain't playing under that for the Cowboys.
No, and I'm just saying, while no, I am not an NFL receiver, and I'm not anywhere near that much money. If someone's like $27.3 million for 1 year to play, I'm like, yes, that's perfectly fine with me. But to say no, that's not. It's just a level.
Giants already have their pick in.
God, that's a lot. Every aerial shot looks bigger than the last. My goodness gracious.
Oh, I just saw a Claypool jersey for the Steelers. Good boy. Good man right there. He's my friend.
That is crazy for Clay. What him and Martavius Bryant, the what ifs.
Zach, I have a Claypool jersey, and I'm so pissed he's not on the team anymore.
I don't think I have a. Do I have a Claypool? No, I have a Pickens jersey. So yeah, Claypool. Whenever I think Claypool, all I think of is the Vikings game where he decided to celebrate instead of and that's the first thing I think of because I remember screaming at the television out loud. So yeah.
I mean, that was 90% Claypool, 10% Big Ben. Big Ben should have nipped that shit in the butt beginning of the season.
He really should have. I think that was. I think leadership got a bit too much for Ben. He just wanted to kind of play and hang out.
That season was rough for the Steelers. We had Juju dancing on fucking
oh my
logos.
God, that's right. I forgot that.
We had Claypool doing stupid shit. Oh, we deserve a playoff win after that.
We really do. It's been well, if the football gods haven't decided to give us one after having the killer bees, but no matter how many times we got to the playoffs. We couldn't get to the playoffs with all of them healthy. If we don't get justification of the football gods for that, we're not going to get it for anything. Just they don't care about making things right. Football gods just want us to suffer. So the Giants. This is John Harbaugh's first pick after is in his post Raven. Jim, which Harbaugh is it?
John.
It is John.
I believe it is.
This would surprise the hell out of me if we didn't see the first offensive lineman off the board here. I thought it was going to be Tennessee, but that would have been them actually doing the right thing. This would be a John Harbaugh pick.
Usually when players or coaches that are in the AFC North and they go to a new team, I'm kind of like, good luck, and I hope you're doing well. I have nothing nice to say about John Harbaugh.
No, just
especially after the phone call he got going to the Giants. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Oh, actually, no.
A certain
please
Rotten Orange gave a phone call to
John
Harbaugh and congratulated him, and apparently they're friends. So John Harbaugh,
you know what? That's enough for me. And I will say this: there's certain things that happen in his life, and I'm like, yeah, does not surprise me. Should have seen that one coming down the road.
Yep.
So, no. Now when it came to Brian Billick, for the, did you hate him as a coach for the Ravens?
Who was it?
Brian Billick, the one that won with Ray Lewis way back when. I just dated myself. I just dated myself.
I was like 8, Zach.
Yeah, I was just about to say, did I?
But if he, I'm gonna put it as flat as possible. If you're a friend, supporter, or voter of a certain person, we are not on good terms.
Oh, I was more talking about is it a rule? Because certain people have rules where if you're the coach or player on a certain team, then it's not just a dislike, it's a hate. And no. I definitely had that for Harbaugh, but the coach before him, Billick, I didn't like him, but I don't ever remember hating him.
There's only one hate in my heart for NFL stuff, and that is to players like Rashid Rice, that Raiders wide receiver who's currently in jail, Ruggs.
Oh, that's right.
Anything like that. When you're given this opportunity of a lifetime, and you do that shit, it's don't even care. I don't even care about the ground you walk on.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Oh, Giant selection is in.
Yes, it is.
Let's see where to see if I was right here. So and actually I'm curious here because we're gonna be joined by Nate late. Oh, but I want to see how close his mock draft. What? First appearance by Courage tonight. Everyone thinks it's because he loves me. It's not. It's because I open my food and it's his fake love.
Yeah.
It's fake love. Who's the Giants gonna pick, bud?
My cat both asleep. So.
I think a couple of them are asleep, but no, anytime he smells food, he decides to come over and see
that
me.
One.
That is correct. He is the
Mitts. He needs to make an appearance on the show.
Which one?
My cat Mitts.
Oh yes, any cat that likes to make appearance. I think one of my cats is
second linebacker off the board.
Arvell. I'm surprised that he didn't go sooner than that, and I think he is too.
Hi, Mr. Buddy. It's okay.
Hello, Eddie. Hello. It's the Cat Rock Show.
He's very shy.
Oh,
it's okay.
Kitty.
That's Zach. Say hi, Zach. He likes photos on Instagram, buddy.
Yeah, are you
Mm.
surprised that Arvo Reese wasn't taken second or third overall as well? Yes, we are.
I thought he would be the more, first linebacker.
I think the only difference was whenever they looked at it, the Jets had more of a linebacker need than an edge because I don't think Arvo Reese, if needed to play like a coverage linebacker role, could pull it off.
So
To the extent that other guys. So
that's 3 offensive players to 2 defensive players in the first round.
it is. So for anybody wondering about how we're looking so far, we got Brent
Trade.
Noza, then we
We have a
got Dave.
trade.
Oh, excellent.
Cleveland Browns. They traded to Kansas City.
That's a wide receiver
Why
for
would
sure.
you do that? Zac, why would you
City.
do that?
I don't know. Now, do we know what was given up?
Why would you trade to the Kansas City Chiefs? Oh.
Let's see.
Sorry to
Going
cut you off there, but
No,
that's
no,
that's
this is
like
good.
breaking the NFL rule book right there. You do not trade with the Chiefs.
Let's see where the pick was.
Let's see here.
I'm trying to see what the details were.
Trade. Chiefs get number 6.
Yep.
The Browns get number 9, 74, and 148. So there was straight
974.
picks, and that's per Adam Schefter.
974 and 108. 108 or 109?
They get 148.
Oh, 148. Okay, that was the difference. I'm just
That's
updating.
crazy. Why would you trade with them? I'm betting you the Chiefs go O line.
I wouldn't mind that at all if they did. I'm surprised at 6 with the kind of offensive linemen that are in this draft. I would be surprised if 7 is where the first one went. But pick 7 starts what I believe is called the Caleb Downs start because after
Breaking
that,
news. Per Ari Myrov, the
yep,
Giants defensive end Kayvon Thibodeau
give it up, yep.
is now expected to be traded after the pick of Averill Reese.
Do the Giants just not want anybody? Brian Burns is going to be so pissed in New York. He said specifically, I don't want to play with anyone else but Dexter Lawrence. They traded him. Then turn around and like, oh, by the way, the other guy you play with that makes your job easier? Yeah, he's fucking off.
I wanted Dexter Lawrence. I wanted the Steelers to trade. I know LeeAnn's gonna bang down my door and beat me up, but I want the Steelers to trade what's his face?
Highsmith?
Highsmith for Lawrence.
There's been a lot of people who say that it's just I don't. While I think that Herbig is excellent at what he does, we saw last year that he is not nearly good enough of a run stopper for us to lose someone like Highsmith right now. Because that's the difference. Highsmith might not be the elite pass rusher that Watt is and that Herbig is, but there is nobody on our team that plays the run like Highsmith does. And if we do lose him, we need to get enough
Chiefs.
back that
The Chiefs have under Ari Maroff before it's being announced. Chiefs are selecting LSU cornerback Mansour Delane. Let's see if that's true.
let's see, it'll be on the TV in a second. If it is true, I have the pick ready to log here.
Yep.
It is. Yep. There we go. So we are 6 and we got Washington up next. And then so we have a couple more now till Cleveland. But okay. So
Hey,
still
Cleveland,
no
trade some more.
offensive no offensive lineman taken off the board. And this is the kind of thing that does start to ripple a little bit to the Steelers. We are still like 14, 15 picks away from the Steelers. But if the offensive linemen still keep, let's say we're at pick 9 or 10 and no
Mhm.
offensive linemen have been taken, that suddenly, at least to me, would throw your board into a bit of chaos, because all of a sudden all these guys that you thought were outside of your ability to get for your trenches are now there.
Um, Going back to the Cardinals real quick,
Yes,
with
please.
their pick of who they chose, he is now the most expensive NFL running back in the history of the NFL.
Really?
Yes, per Jason Moore,
Okay.
co-host of the
Oh,
award-winning The FF Ballers and Spit Ballers podcast, three-time top 10 most accurate fantasy football analyst. Don't know how much you can put into that, but that's just what's been going around on the internet.
okay. Well, for anybody who did not,
Oh,
who is just catching up, we started the day. We got Fernando Mendoza, then David
Zach,
Bailey, Jeremiah. What happened?
per Ari Marloff 20 minutes ago, new Cardinals running back Jeremiah Love will make $50.5 million fully guaranteed on his rookie contract. The most fully guaranteed money ever given to a running back in NFL history.
Wow, for a I love that. I mean, it's an insane amount of
Shake
money for
it
any
up.
human being to make. But my goodness, I love running backs getting paid that. And just a little bit ago, we wouldn't
Dude,
pay $5 million for Najee Harris.
yep. Worst decision of our lives. I
It,
love
it's ser-
Najee,
every day it just hurts my heart. And I'm
but
still hoping that like in 3 years there's like this emotional reunion where you bring him back for like some kind of veteran run. I would love that. And break out my old jerseys again. It would be great.
did he get picked up? Or is he still free
He
because of his knee?
I think he. Wait, actually, let's find out here.
He is a free agent.
Okay,
Oh, that's
that
so
that's
sad. It's got to be
that's
his
insane.
knee.
It has to be. So that's just
That's sad.
because
He's
no
one of
matter
those like reliable. If you need to get
oh
it, you're gonna get it. Even if he's slow, he's gonna get it.
that was what people kept saying, like, oh, he runs like he's in wet jeans. I'm like, yeah, and still gained over 1,000 yards every single season. And then people jump back with, oh, well, everyone does it now. I'm like, no, nobody in the NFL did it but him. Nobody did it those years but him. So the
Uh,
frustration, as everyone can see, I get immediately emotional whenever Nachi's brought up.
I mean, I was critical of him when he would do his little dance in the backfield and lose yards, but I mean, he was still like,
That was
come on,
I
when have we had 1,000 yards rushing 3 seasons
exactly.
in a row?
And oh, the pick is in for Washington, but I blame Matt Canada directly for that, because the amount of toss plays that went to Najee that had no business going to Najee, yeah, it's
Oh,
so frustrating. And then they're like, wait a second, you know how we just tossed to Najee? Run Warren up the middle. Don't no,
uh, the
don't switch them. You
Commanders,
heard me.
the Commanders select linebacker Sonny Styles.
There he is, Sonny. I cannot believe he lasted until pick. And I guarantee that Washington is just sitting there with their mouths open, going, "Did we just get Sonny
The
Styles?"
Commanders' defense is starting to look a little worrisome.
That and there's something about Washington teams when they get a defense together. It's just got this nasty grit to it. I don't know
Hmm.
if it's the history of the team or something, but my goodness, you go back to who was it? Sean. Oh, I'm gonna forget his name. Yep, just completely gone. The guy who passed away for the Commanders, Sean Taylor. But that dude before
Do you
it's just
think?
a thing. He set a precedent for how people hit in
Do you
Washington,
think
and ever
the?
since
You think it was smart for the Browns to trade,
then.
given what's
It
been taken off the board?
when we know what the Browns take, I think then we'll be able to know how smart it was, because they could right now be kicking themselves and saying, well, that did, but we will end up. The thing is, we probably won't know ever if it worked out, but that pick is going to tell us a lot.
I'm
So
interested to see what the Saints do. I'm a backdoor Saints guy, and
really,
I just like their outfits, and I was a big fan of Derek Carr, so
oh, yeah,
uh,
understood.
I'm interested to see what they do here.
Oh, well,
Not that it'll actually matter because they're a dumpster, but
exactly. We are on a. It's just been a defensive streak so far. And the cool thing about Sonny Styles is depending on
pick is in.
what platform you go to, he's either a safety, a linebacker, or a safety linebacker. And
Yeah.
that's such an interesting mix because you don't see guys that are listed as both a lot with that, and I like that. So, oh, he was
Um,
teammates with his older brother the last 2 seasons. That's pretty cool. Did not know that.
I think he looks more like a safety, doesn't he? He's real like lean. He doesn't really have that linebacker like bulk to him. I think he'll
So I
struggle
think
in the linebacker position in the NFL just a
I
little bit.
don't I don't now. I'll say this: um, if we have any Washington fans in the chat or out there, let me know. I don't know what the safety situation is there, but you absolutely play Sonny Styles at safety. You do not put that guy at linebacker.
Mm.
So if you do, it's more of a Troy Polamalu style linebacker where he's only there because he has to be for that play and then he moves back later on. You do not have him consistently in that spot.
It's not against the players either. This is just going off of what he looks like on draft night, but to me, he just doesn't look like a bulky dude. Maybe that's the suit,
No, no, I
but
think, and I was looking at Oh, that's impressive. I know it's he had 100 tackles last year in college. That's really hard to do.
it
That
is.
means he is just all over the ball. That alone is all because 100 tackles in the NFL is like getting 800 yards as a receiver. That's what is expected. But my goodness gracious, a hundred
He's going to be
tackles.
bulking.
Yeah. Oh,
His coaches are going to have him put on at least 20 pounds of muscle.
now, I'll say this. I don't know what it is like now, but like 10, 15 years ago, the big difference when a player went from college to the NFL is all of a sudden you went from having to split your focus to fully focused on football. I don't think that's the case anymore. I don't think anybody fucking cares if these guys are passing classes at a certain point, and I'm not saying that
No.
because I know for sure, but I'm sorry, you don't. Yeah, I don't think the transition for training and being on all the time is that different now from college to the NFL. I just don't.
Commanders defense this offseason hired DC Durante Jones, drafted linebacker Sonny Styles, added defensive end Odif Owa, added defensive end K. Lavon Chassis Chason, added linebacker Leo Chanel, added safety Nick Cross, added defensive tackle Tim Seedle, Saddle. I don't know how to pronounce these last names. Added
No, it's all,
cornerback Amik Robertson, and added defensive lineman Charles Omenu.
huh?
If
So they did like a complete rework on their. So this was another step of them reworking. And Sonny Styles was. I saw people having him at number 2. So the Saints
really,
pick is in.
yep.
So for anyone, we got Saints, then Browns, then Giants, and then Dolphins coming up.
Saints Saints had their pick in immediately.
That's
They
some confidence.
about 15 seconds into the counter going down, it said the pick was in. Um, Cleveland, I think, is going offense. Giants are up again. I think they're going to go defense.
Now, there's just now. When you say offense, you think because right now we got Francis Mogoa, Monroe Freeling, and Spencer Fano are 3 offensive linemen that are just sitting there for the taking, or you think it's like Makai Lemon, Jordan Tyson, that kind of area?
I don't know. I think they're
Because
going to go. I think they're going to go for maybe O-line. I think we'll see
No,
an O-line go.
I would too. Honestly, I would, and not because of maybe their need at this point. Maybe they have split needs, but the fact that you have the top three offensive linemen sitting there for you, and you're pick number what? Are we at 8 or 9 now?
We're on 8
Then
now.
yeah, that's a gift. That is gift wrapped for you to make sure that one part of your offensive line is locked down for the next 10 years. So, and
But
for people out there who are annoyed that they may have heard that term, a 10-year offensive lineman, or all that, you don't say that about anybody, but it definitely means a lot when you say it about an offensive lineman. I remember Alejandro Villanueva matched that when he came in. So I really think any of these three guys could be that. And I don't care if they take Muogoa or Freeling because I don't want either one of them. So feel free, New Orleans. See, if the pick is in, why am I watching a commercial? Tell me that, NFL Network.
because they got to get that ad revenue back.
See, now, for ad revenue, I'm just glad I'm not a wrestling fan. I don't watch WWE or all that, but apparently in a 3-hour event the other night, there were 57 minutes of commercials.
Yeah. I
Isn't
watched
that that's insane? You was it
it
as
was
bad as it?
terrible.
Apparently there was like 47 minutes of entrances, so that's not a lot of time for the actual things to happen. It's
Zach,
the
in
last time I
the
watched wrestling, the Ultimate Warrior was wrestling. That lets you know the era it was. So I don't know. So is
in
that?
the
I'm
best
guessing that's uncommon.
in the best match of the Saturday night, they had 3 entrances during a commercial on the biggest pay-per-view of the year. Like, what? Stop. End yourself. Quit.
That that And that
Uh,
right there, I guarantee there's entire groups of like veteran producers and engineers who used to work like Monday Night Football. They're just sitting there saying, "This is why we didn't want to give this to streaming, right
mhm.
fucking here." So,
I think it's
because yeah,
stupid that they have a Slim Jim logo on the table. Like nobody have
really?
Slim Jim tables, and Slim Jim ladders now.
Oh my god,
All
I'm
right,
not.
here comes the pick. Who we getting?
Okay.
Who we getting? Ooh, the
I
Titans select. Oh no, never mind. That was 26 minutes ago.
I was about to say, I'm like, where the Titans fucking come from? The
Oh,
Titans, it's a trade.
my stream just cut out. You're gonna have to tell me who it is.
Oh, okay.
Hulu's
I'll,
having issues.
I'll keep
Oh,
you up
it's
to
back.
date.
It's back.
Yay, it's back. There we go.
Hulu, you
So,
piece of shit.
well, also this is one thing where for some reason, streamers always underestimate the amount of people that are going to be watching, and or they just assume their servers will be fine. They will never be fine. You double them. And let's see. So we got
Jordan
Roger
Tyson,
Goodell there.
wide
Okay.
receiver.
Okay. So the wide
And
receivers
also the Cleveland pick is in. Per Ari Melvoff, they're selecting
already.
Utah offensive tackle Spencer Fano.
There he is. And I cannot believe the Browns are going to be smart about that. That is the craziest thing because that's that. So if my stepdad Wayne or my father-in-law are watching this, just so you know, that's an anti-Browns pick, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. 'Cause that's a smart pick right there. Because the biggest thing that you need for Shador, if Shador Sanders is anywhere close to somewhere that you want to make into something, what he needs is protection. He has to be
There's
protected. That's the number one way to do it.
have you been watching? You probably don't because we're Steelers fans. But do you watch any Barking Browns podcast?
By I don't ever think I've even heard of that. No, what is that like the most
There's a
popular
few.
Browns one out there or something?
There's a few podcasts out there for the Browns that I catch clips of, and apparently, the word on the street is the head coach of the Browns is giving what's his face um, Deshaun the reins. Hey, I'm just here to report it. You do what you're gonna do, baby boo. I ain't
Well, what he's going to do is touch another massage. That's what he's going to do. My goodness. Well, how do you know? Because of the 30. Okay. You know what? We're just going to take a deep breath and let the Browns complete. Oh, wow. Jordan Tyson is really emotional. I love seeing that. Oh, wow.
I will say,
Hell yeah.
Arizona State wide receiver Jordan Tyson, is that who was
Yep.
just picked?
Yep.
He was not too keen on being drafted by the Giants or the Jets. So maybe
I think he's a happy man right now.
I think he doesn't look happy.
So he seems focused.
He's crying. Good for you, mister. You deserve it.
That's because the amount of work that goes in from the moment you decide you want to play football to that moment, absolutely go nuts about that. Apparently, they were watching the NBA playoffs in the green room. Jordan Tyson and his family were watching the NBA playoffs at the draft.
I mean,
So
fuck, why would you?
that does not surprise. So far, things are not falling in a crazy way. We haven't seen any insanity, and all that means is when the insanity hits, it's going to be even crazier than we can possibly imagine. And that I'm wait. What will the Michael Penix pick be this year? Because that was insane. I want to know what that one's going to be. We haven't had anything close to that because so far it looks like the Browns did. If the Browns do draft Fano, and that is correct, then that trade worked out brilliantly for them because they sat there and probably looked at the guys in front of them and said, I don't think any of these teams are going to take an offensive lineman. And if they do, we can throw get one of our three guys. And they got their choice of any offensive lineman they wanted. So, I mean, I don't want the Browns to succeed, but considering the amount of Browns people I have in my family, I am glad that at least they didn't do something stupid. And just so everybody knows, I just want to confirm this for sure, but Nate called that exact pick. Nate did a full first round mock draft for everybody in the NFL, and he actually called Jordan Tyson going to. Let me check. Yep. He had Jordan Tyson going to them. Wow.
Arizona is getting massive heat on Twitter for their pick.
Well,
Woo!
of course, people do not like running backs taken that high, even if it's the start of a shift in the culture around that position, and it has to happen. There's cycles for a bit. There's certain positions that are up and down for because people who don't remember a while ago, offensive linemen weren't that high as they were now on people's lists. So, but that does not surprise me. And
nobody cares about the Browns. Stop talking, NFL people.
well, they are about to pick, so I wonder how loud the boos are. Just not just because it's
You can
Robert
hear the
Snow, but also
boos.
because.
Ooh.
Let's see if you were correct because let's see.
Yep. Spencer Fano. And there actually are Brown fans there. Wow, I'm surprised they showed up.
That is crazy. Okay, that is
our first guy
wow.
off the board that's not at the draft.
Well, no, Fernando Mendoza wasn't at the draft.
Oh, he wasn't.
No, he chose to be with his family.
Okay.
So I think when it's a foregone conclusion, it takes some of the. But for everybody else afterwards, it wasn't. They had no idea what was going to happen. So this is such a smart pick.
Why did they have to get a cool guy who likes Attack on Titan, Star Wars, Legos? What the fuck? And Pokemon? This guy's coming to the Steelers. We're trading.
We got to get Spencer. I would not have minded. We didn't need tackle in the first round would have rubbed me the wrong way. I know that for a fact, but I would have been okay with it. I would have found a way. So okay.
Ew.
So we
Ew, his favorite Star Wars movie is show is Andor. Okay, you're not coming to the Steelers. Goodbye.
the roller coaster of emotion that you just went through was incredible to watch. I just want you to know. So, according to Daniel Jeremiah, Ruben Bain Jr. and Caleb Downs are the next two best available players, but Francis Mogoya was supposed to have gone a little bit ago. And that offensive tackle out of Miami is still just sitting there, and so is Monroe Freeling out of Georgia. So, that's what I get nervous the closer it gets to the Steelers pick and the more offensive tackles are sitting there because I
Oh,
think the Steelers could
Francis
be.
Mauioga, Giants. That was
There
quick.
we go.
That was back to back.
Okay. See, oh, is this going to be? Is this going to be the run on offensive linemen? Because there hasn't been a run on something yet. It's all been fairly spread out, but you got two tackles in a row all of a sudden. Okay, I would not mind that at all. So let's see here. So we got. So for anybody watching, that is our fun little recap of how things have gone so far. If you missed all of that, we had two trades. We had trades so far where Cleveland traded their number 6 overall pick to Kansas City, and they got number 974 and 148, and they just turned that ninth pick into Spencer Fano, followed by Francis Mauigoa. So that's
Nope,
wow.
never mind.
Nope, never mind. Just
Nope.
gone.
I'm
So
I'm browsing all my channels right now to see if I can get information.
oh, there you go. So we got Miami up next. I got within my family. That's a
Oh damn,
4-team
we're
family
going quick
sport right
now.
now.
Giants,
Oh, they
Miami.
already.
I'm
Yep.
so confused. Cowboys are up now. Oh, Cowboys got back-to-back picks. They got 11 and 12.
Did I get that wrong? Cause 1 second. Check something out.
At least that's what the counter says on the screen.
It shouldn't because I think they have that reversed because unless
No, it says
because
Dallas, Dallas.
it's supposed to be because on NFL Network it says Dallas Miami
Oh,
and
they just changed it.
it's
They
supposed to
just
be in
changed it.
Miami. So it's Miami, right? Miami's on the clock.
It says Cowboys are on the clock.
That okay. I think
It
the
said
NFL's
number
going back.
11 was Cowboys, and then it said number 12 was Cowboys. Then it just switched to number 12 is Miami. I'm confused.
I'm looking right here. Number. Okay.
Cowboys pick is in.
That's weird. Don't know how I got that one wrong. Oh well.
Cowboys traded number 11 1 minute ago.
So who? Wait. So okay.
I'm so
This.
confused with what's happening.
Yep. A lot of stuff is going on. So let's try to
Adam
figure out what's
Scheffner a
going on
minute
here.
ago says Cowboys traded number 11.
So I'm just so confused because at what point did this switch? Because I have had Miami at number 11,
I wonder if they just pick swapped.
and just no one's saying anything.
I don't know.
What on earth is going on?
The broadcast sometimes seems like it takes forever to get to things.
It it really does.
I mean, we just had 3 picks back to back to back with while people were talking.
I think they're trying to catch up because this is. All right, so let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, Cowboys and the Cowboys and the Miami switched picks.
Okay, thank you. See, it took that long for people to let us know what's going on because I'm
Because
trying.
every mock draft has the Miami's at 11 and Cowboys at 12, but the
Yep.
stream has Cowboys at 11 and Miami at 12. So they must have switched picks.
So Miami
Mm-hmm.
is number 11. And Dallas gives number 12. They give pick number 177 and 180. Okay. See, there we go. Now that makes sense. And from what I've seen, I'm pretty sure unless something is off, Caleb Downs finally is off the board, which makes my heart sad. This is what I've seen that Dallas use the 11th pick on. So for anybody who was insanely confused throughout that whole thing, to give you a recap of what happened there, Dallas traded pick number 11, or Dallas paid pick number 12 to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Miami is number 11, and Miami also got number 177 and 180.
Yes, that just came up on my screen.
That is the amount of time it took for them to get us that information.
Now, let me ask you, if they choose a wide receiver here, does that guarantee Pickens is going somewhere?
Yes.
Given how he
Yes. Oh,
signed?
100%. They take a wide receiver here. You do not have George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, and a first round receiver all on the team at the same time. You just don't. I cannot see that happening. So that's a very, very good point. This could indicate what's going on with. But the fact that Dallas made a trade that didn't include Pickens is interesting.
Hey, I'm
Unless
gonna
they're
tag you
just
something on Twitter here. Zac, I think you'll find this pretty funny. There you go.
going on. Okay, so. Oh, there it is. Let's see what's going on here with that.
Come on,
Taking a
homie. Why are
second.
you freezing? Commercial break.
But
I can see it.
that's what happens when you go to Las Vegas. You instantly just become covered in tattoos. So let's see. So we're still waiting to find. So, far as I know from the information, because it's starting to get to the point where the social media is well in front of anything on
Yes.
television. Um, so Caleb,
Apparently, the Cardinals took a running back without having a cornerback.
that's funny.
How, Zac? Could you give me your professional opinion on how that works?
It's another backwards thing, and I don't. They had to have just been enamored. One of those things where something about the player blew them away to the point they're like, I don't care who else is on this board. We only take this
Ooh,
person.
Cowboys select Caleb Downs.
There it is. It is official. After we found out what on earth was going on with
That took
the
longer than
picks,
it needed to.
it really did, right? Considering how quickly the other one did. Okay, there we go.
We only
So,
got what? 9 more picks.
yep. So we got Miami coming up next year. Yeah, it's getting closer and closer. And I'll be 100% honest. Every pick that the Steelers could take is still just sitting there. No one has been taken where I was like, oh man, I thought that was a legitimate Steelers pick. Everyone that's been taken has been someone that, like a miraculous drop, would have done something.
It's going to be interesting to see what Miami does because they are barren outside Waddle.
They really are. So now, does this mean that George Pickens is going to stay, or oh,
I don't.
because that's interesting. Then there will be a lot of hullabaloo for nothing after he
Shout
signed.
out to a guy out there who doesn't like Pickens, but I don't think Can you trade for Pickens? You know what I mean? Like, does any team want to take that risk?
It's
And if so, what team would trade for him? I heard the Ravens are interested in him today,
hmm,
but that would piss me off.
it really would. I no. It's I don't think he understands how polarizing he is. There seems to be a disconnect. Or for some reason he thinks it doesn't matter as much as it does. I don't I don't understand what the people around George Pickens are saying to him, because they should be saying, "Listen, we get you're talented, but there's a limit, and you got to stop fucking up."
Well, he even was doing his bullshit at the Cowboys.
Yeah. Oh,
Damn,
Chris.
Caleb Down's mom looking pretty cute over there. She looked like what, 50? Damn. What?
Goodness. This is yeah. Caleb Downs was the only so far, like I was saying, was the only one I was hoping would drop miraculously. But goodness, I don't. The Dallas got themselves a really
Look at them.
good
Look at that couple right
player.
there. That's a power couple right there, Zach.
Yes, yes, it is. The best comparison for Caleb Downs for sure is they just got themselves a Kyle Hamilton.
Yes, and they also hold pick 20, so that was interesting.
That is true. They do. Goodness.
Well, Browns fans are not happy. Browns just saved Chiefs dynasty for scraps. What the fuck? Well, there
See,
you have it.
this people do not understand the importance of having those trench guys that you can trust, and a lot of fans do not like it's when we picked Troy Fatanu. I did not know a lot about him, and I was perturbed at the pick when it happened. After I learned about him and all that, I didn't mind it, but I really thought there were plenty of other people we should have taken at that point.
Barstool Sports is pissed. We could have gotten him at number 9. What are we doing? Chiefs fans not happy with the trade. Oh, I love it. I don't know. That's kind of a sweep, huh? First round pick to the Chiefs, and the Browns receive 3 picks back, and then 2 additional picks. That's a steal for the Browns, who were desperate for picks. I think they only had 5 or 6, right?
Yep. No, the Browns went into this needing picks. Okay,
Smart
here
for
we
them.
go. The pick is in for Miami.
Yes, I can't find anything online about it, so let's see who they choose.
This has to be a wide receiver. This has to be Mekhi Lemon. You cannot pass up that. I just it would shock me if they went any other direction.
Caden Proctor, tackle. Oh, he was my dude. I had him on my list.
Wow,
Fuck.
that did not see that one coming.
I saw Caden going at least at earliest about 7 rounds from now, or 7 picks from now. Wow.
That wow. See, well, we got Kate. So in the last, we had 3 out of the last 4 picks have been tackles. So that could be maybe Miami was looking at something else, but realized that I don't know. But that's
What?
surprising to me.
Where do you see Rams going? I'm going defense.
From what I've heard, I think the Rams are. If I've heard everything correct, the Rams are in going ballistic right now because they are in love with Mekhi Lemon.
Really?
That's what I've heard. I don't know if it was a smokescreen or not, but they really like him, and yeah, I would not be surprised if I'm surprised he's still around. So that way, because we've only had what two wide receivers, and we're already on pick 13. So
Oh, we got a QB off the board.
Ty Simpson,
Yes, it is. He's going to the Rams per
that is.
Ari Melvoff.
Hey, I am fine with that because that means that we
I'm
won't
not.
be
I like
tempted.
Ty. Good for him.
No, no. Only reason is every time I bring him up, LeeAnn is as a Bama fan and says that from what she has watched, that's not what we were looking for.
I have a special guest coming on the stream. Her name is Gracie, and she wanted to say hi to Zac.
Okay. Oh,
Hey,
why,
say
hello,
hi.
Gracie.
She's kind
How
of
are
mad that I
you?
picked her up. Hey,
Hey,
she just
welcome
want
to
to
the
look at
stream.
you. Hey, look at. Come on.
Welcome to the stream,
Over here.
Gracie.
She's very wiggly. Come on, you. Oh, there we go.
The paw
She's
push.
she's camera shy. Hey. Oh my God, Gracie. Okay. She does not want to be seen on camera.
Apparently, yeah. Normally, when the cats see that I'm on camera, they tend to be around, but they don't really care right now. Elsie, you want to come say hi? Come here.
I mean, usually I don't. Ooh, we got some drama in the Rams right now. The
As in
Rams
people
were
really not
informed.
liking this pick.
The Rams informed Matthew Stafford today that they plan to take Ty Simpson at number 13. Stafford was told the pick is for when he, quote, retires, whenever that ends up being. I don't believe it. You don't take a quarterback at number 13, first round, if you're going to sit him for a year
Yeah,
or two. I don't see it because you're paying him too much money.
if I was Matthew Stafford, I would take this as the Rams indicating to me that I was getting close to the end,
Yeah.
and I would not appreciate that.
1 sec. I got to take my headset off and take my jersey off. It is hot as fucking here.
Do you think? All right, so for everybody that is catching up late, we'll do a quick recap of what's going on in the draft. We got our Steel City Huddle draft tracker up here. Pick number 1 overall, no surprise at all. The Raiders took Fernando Mendoza. Jets followed that up by taking edge rusher David Bailey. But one of the big early surprises, we have Arizona taking Jeremiah Love at number 3. Carnell Tate, first wide receiver off the board, to Tennessee at number 4. Arvell Reese, another defender, went to the New York Giants. And then we had a trade giving Kansas City the 6th pick, where they took Mansour Delane, LSU cornerback. Washington buffed up their defense a little more with the linebacker safety Mick Sonny Styles. Then the second wide receiver off the board is Jordan Tyson, who went to New Orleans at number 8. Number 9, Cleveland, with the pick they got for the Kansas City trade, took Spencer Fano in a strangely responsible move from them, and then started the run on tackles because the Giants took Francis Magoya. Dallas did take safety Caleb Downs, but the Miami jumped back in and took Caden Proctor, tackle out of Alabama. That brings us to where we are right now with pick number 13. According to Relic, the Ty Simpson is going to be the pick that the Rams are taking. They have apparently informed Matthew Stafford that this is for when he retires, but I'm sorry. This is one of those strong NFL elbow hints like, hey, looking a little long in the tooth there, sir, don't you think?
I mean, Matthew Stafford's still playing at a high level.
That's what I'm surprised at. I haven't seen anything that shows that they should be doing this, but this is what the Steelers didn't do. They never took an aging quarterback seriously, regardless of how upset he might be if they took someone. So
Hey, I'm just saying, is Matthew Stafford available for trade? I'd be happy about that.
that would be a Super Bowl or bust trade.
No, that would be quarterback for at least 2 years. 3 years. I think so. But then again, I'm a huge Matthew Stafford fan, so take what I
Oh, well,
say with a grain of salt, because when you
I
like
have
someone, you want them to play forever.
exactly. Well, I've been ever since he was in Georgia. It's just I guess I'm not as optimistic about his ability to not continue breaking down.
Mm.
But I 100% agree that there's been no indication that he's going to be running down anytime soon. So far, all indication is that he's doing fine. So,
The Giants' projected offensive line: left tackle Andrew Thomas, left guard John Runyon,
mhm.
center John Michael Schmitz, right guard Francis Mauga, and right tackle Jermaine Illuminor. Hopefully, I said those
Okay.
last names right.
Okay. Well, let's see what we. So if what we're saying is correct, and the Rams are going to be taking Simpson, then we have the very first one that is going to be. We got Baltimore up after that, and I want them to take a punter.
What? How do you feel about the pick before, Caden Proctor? How do you think about? How do you feel about him going?
Oh, I feel the same way about that I feel about the Browns taking it. A very surprising, responsible pick. It's
You
almost
don't
as
think
though
that's a reach?
no, not for Proctor. I think maybe by 2 or 3 picks. Maybe it's not a big reach. It's one where if they saw their guy and that it's not a Broderick Jones kind of
Here
thing
we go.
where we did reach for him. Oh, here we go. They're gonna confirm it, and I had to click the button that
Ty
confirms that I'm
Simpson.
mine. Yep, there we go. Okay,
So we got two
we got
quarterbacks up
Baltimore.
there.
We have not only do we have Baltimore and 7 picks until the Steelers. So this is where one of two things get to happen. We get to see who we get to play twice a year, but we also get to see if the Baltimore Ravens do something specifically to fuck us over.
I mean, regardless of whatever Baltimore chooses, they're never going to go to the Super Bowl under Lamar. So I'm fine with it.
It's just and that's just so surprising. I don't mind it at all. I love it. But if he was on anyone else other than the Ravens, I would spend a lot of time looking into it, trying to figure out. I would be flabbergasted. Why would someone with this level of ability continuously be unable to do it? It's just yeah. Ty Simpson. It's not surprising to me that he went in the first round, but the location.
Yeah.
Now, for him, it's best case scenario. You get to learn from Matthew Stafford if he doesn't get traded. I mean, my goodness gracious, what better position could you imagine to be in? But if they decide to trade him, then Ty Simpson's in a bad place because then they're going to expect him to.
Props
Um,
to Sean McVay for telling Matthew Stafford, but I don't believe. I'm going back to this. I don't believe that that's. You're not going to sit someone number 13 overall in the draft who's making like over $20 million guaranteed
oh,
to just
I
sit on the
agree.
bench. Get out of here.
It would be definitely a departure from what people expect. I think it would help a lot of first round quarterbacks if that was the norm, but
I mean, that's what it
that is
used to be, right?
it
You
should
used to
be.
sit
I
your
mean, you think Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers sat. Ben
Tom
Roethlisberger was
Brady
supposed
sat.
to sit. Yeah, everyone. That's how it used to be, and yeah. It's about winning now, and the short lifespan of coaches and staffs and all that kind of stuff. Every single season, everyone's jobs are on the line, so it's win now. You don't have time to do it unless you're the Steelers, and we still don't do it.
Ravens select Penn State guard. Oh,
Oh God damn it! They took Vega. Fuck
yes,
you.
they did. I know someone who's
Okay.
going to be very mad about that pick, and it's
I
really
am
funny.
I am not happy at all about that. I wanted Vega so badly. Okay, they are getting a really really good guard. That's fucking upsetting.
I think someone we both know is seething right now.
Which person that we know?
He's bald. He's negative.
Oh, Really does not. Oh, it was not big
He
on.
loves
Oh, he
Vega. He was
wanted him.
talking about it for weeks.
That it would have been a great pick, but I will say this: from the it happened like 2-3 weeks ago, where all of a sudden mock drafts and all this had Vega falling to around 21. That didn't happen before that. Must have been smoke screens, because in my head, every time I saw that, I'm like, there's no way this guy is falling that far. This would be
Unless
insane if
the
he did
Ravens'
that.
first pick got taken.
Yeah,
If Vega was their first choice, then it's understandable why they were so good. If he wasn't, and their first pick was actually someone else taken in the draft, and they were just like, well, you know what? I guess we're going with our second pick or whatever. Then it's a surprise. But I I thought Vega was, you know, nothing crazy, but he was definitely a first rounder.
oh yeah, Vega. If we got Vega, it would be one of those you put him there, and then 10 years later he retires.
Yeah,
That to me, that's what. And considering that we don't have Seamalu and all that, we needed a guard, but there are plenty of guards further down. We have 3 picks in the third round. Any of those could be a serviceable guard. It's just the frustrating thing, but this does mean that um, the weapon likelihood just rose in Pittsburgh, because Vega was one of those big guys who could have meant that we did not look at those weapons. But now I'm looking and I'm like, there's a lot of good receivers. There's still plenty of cornerbacks on the board that could be taken. There's so I, I'm excited. This that what while it the Vega pick by Baltimore is frustrating on the face of it, it honestly does not hurt the Steelers. It's honestly probably I don't want to go up against him twice a year, but it's Jackson, so he's going to have a horrible time trying to block for him.
well, look at the Ravens fans. They don't look that excited about it.
That proves to you the overall intelligence of the fan base if you don't know what you just got. Hola, Vega. Ah, well deserved, sir, and I am sorry that we didn't get you. I feel similar to this, the way I felt when they drafted Tyler Linderbaum. I was
Yeah,
hoping that he would fall to us. So similar to that. They seem to do that a lot.
Tyler Lindebaum.
He's on the
He,
Raiders now.
I know he's crazy. He's had a really good career.
Yeah. No, solid. Oh, it's no. The surprise, guys. I think of people that are still sitting on the board that haven't been looked at. Ruben Bain, edge rusher out of Miami. I think a lot of people are surprised he is still sitting there with a 15th pick coming around. So if Tampa Bay wants anything to do with defense, you don't even blink. You put that card in. He's just one of those guys who has no business unless it's one of those things where the people in the draft know something we don't. Goodness
Apparently,
gracious.
multiple Browns people on Twitter are mad that they never chose Caleb Downs.
You don't you No, you don't need that. You needed what you got. Calm down. So we got the Buccaneers coming up at 15. And
Buccaneers are going
I
wide receiver. I'm putting money on it. They just
okay,
lost Evans. They're gonna have to do something.
okay, and if that is true, then Makai Lemon should probably be off the board. If not him or Mark Cooper Jr. And I will say either one of those will be a knife to the heart because
Ooh,
I want either of
nope.
them.
We were both wrong. Buccaneers will select Miami defensive end Ruben Bain Jr.
There he is. Like I said, yep, really, really smart. Dude fell. You should absolutely make sure. And now we got the Jets again. So we got the Jets coming up. Then we have Detroit, then Minnesota, Carolina, Dallas, and then you have us. So it is getting ever closer to the moment where we all get to wonder. And a bit for anybody wondering why when we do these streams, no matter where the Steelers pick, we don't just go to where the Steelers pick and stop. we never know we're going to trade back up. There's a very good chance with the amount of picks we have. If there's a second person we wanted, we'll trade back up into the first round. If there's ever a year where we could do that. Oh, speaking of which, welcome, sir.
Hi, Zac. Hi, Relic.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Ty Simpson at 13.
Yes.
What in the world? Must
This-
mean something with Matthew Stafford. That is the only reason
We were-
that pick is there.
We were
Actually,
just
Relic,
talking about
Relic, tell him why. Tell him why that just happened.
that. Apparently it's a decision for after he retires, which I don't believe for a second.
Trade
It's not-
back if that's the case.
You don't pick a quarterback in the 13th pick of the NFL draft, paying him almost $30 million just to sit on the bench for 1 to 2 years. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Sad news though is Ione just got drafted to the Ravens. I hate that we're gonna see him 2 times a year. But Mekhi Lemon's in play. I haven't seen anything after that, but Mekhi Lemon is in play right now.
He still is. Tampa just took Ruben Baines Jr., who dropped to 15, which is insane that he dropped there. But since you've been watching before you got on, what is the biggest surprise to you so far in this? Because there hasn't been a Penix pick or anything like that. But what is the biggest surprise to you so far, Nate?
Honestly, Cardinal going to the Titans. I did not see that one. But I guess when you have someone like Cam Ward, get him that number 1 option. I was just surprised because originally I thought maybe like the 6 to 10 range was more of his thing, but also too, just looking at everything as well. Like if I see this whole thing, that Jordan Tyson pick to New Orleans I did last night, I look like a genius for doing that because it made sense. Chris Olave gets concussed, it feels like at least once a year. I think he's had like 5 concussions in his NFL career. I think the Giants have done pretty well. I thought maybe Caleb Downs would have went at 10 to the Giants because they looked like defensive oriented. But honestly, there's been a lot of good picks so far. I think after pick 1, we kind of knew. After pick 1 and 2, because I thought Bailey and Fernando were the 1-2 punch this year. It felt like everything broke loose. I also think the Chiefs getting someone like Mansour Delane is smart after you see someone like Jalen Watson and McDuffie go to LA. So getting a corner 1, making that trade. Cleveland's smart. I think Cleveland and Miami are both smart for trading back, even if it's for 1 pick, because you get more chances to add more young guys to a team that needs it, because those teams needed it the most, especially when you look at the Dolphins. They got rid of a lot of guys this offseason, but also Cleveland, they're kind of looking to continue their youth movement, which it feels like every year is the case, but it looks like this year it's more emphasized.
That is true. So just so we can take a look here, 1 second. This is Nate's mock draft that he put together yesterday. So so far you hit on 1, and honestly, with the way the draft is going, just hitting exactly on 1 is very, very impressive. So we'll check in. Relic, have you seen anything that's letting us know what's happening next?
They're just announcing the Buck pick.
Oh, they are. Yeah. Nate, we have hit that point where the TV is quite behind. So it's a mixture of Nate's letting Rose let us know what's going on, that we watch it happening.
Jets will select Oregon tight end Kenyon Sadiq at number 16.
It's an interesting pick. And maybe they could have had Ty Simpson if the Rams didn't want him.
It would have blown up in their face.
Yeah,
that's not bad at all.
Oh no,
it's crazy pretty crazy that a tight end's going number 16. I had a tight end going at least mid-second round, just with how the league was looking. So I was not expecting it.
From what I know about Sadiq, this This isn't the biggest surprise in the world, and I only say that learning about him in the last couple days. So I did not know about him, but dude's a freak. I mean, but then I think back to what Kyle Pitts and what he was supposed to be and what happened. So tight ends taken really, really high. That's a lot of pressure.
I mean, if you've seen his athleticism scores from the combine, that dude's not just a tight end. He probably could play wide receiver too. So you're getting the multi-positional guy like a Kyle Pitts, but I think he might be better. Like that dude is an athletic freak as a tight end. Like his 40 time is stupid. I think it was like 4.36 or like low 4.4 or something ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Okay.
So they're getting multiple. Now since I don't know anything about, is he a blocker or is he?
He's
not
more.
In that?
He's more of a dynamic tight end. He has that ability to turn like those short runs into like massive plays. So
I like that.
He's got that athleticism in him. He got that dog in him.
So before we get to Detroit, technically, but to talk about more about Sadiq when they actually announce it. Nate, what did you think about a running back at 3? Because the second that happened, Relic said that the Arizona Cardinal fandom exploded.
I mean, to be honest, it's not honestly a bad place for him to go. I mean, you think about DeMarcado, somebody who isn't really going to be in the limelight, did pretty well behind that line. And this is kind of what I said with Jeremiah Love. I think I was telling you this last night, Zach, right? Unless you have an O-line, don't draft Jeremiah Love. But the Cardinals must feel comfortable enough in their offensive line to draft a guy. As dynamic and as great as Jeremiah Love is, sometimes with running backs, I feel like if you were to get him, you could trade back. It's just one of those things where unless you're just stupid good and you have the O-line in store and you just failed in other aspects, you could take a guy. I'm a little hesitant in taking a running back in the first round unless it's like the latter half of like 20 to 32.
Unless it's like Derrick Henry.
Yeah, like I think Jeremiah Love's going to be I think Love's going to be really good, but my problem is he going to be behind an offensive line because Ashton Genty got picked last year and that Raiders line was horrendous.
He did pretty well though.
And isn't Jacoby Brissett their quarterback? I mean, nothing against Brissett, but in Arizona.
Let me look that up. The Cardinals.
Detroit Lions select Clemson OT Blake Miller at number 17.
That kind of makes sense, honestly. They need some tackle help, losing some key veterans.
Man, they haven't even gotten to the Jets pick on the stream yet.
No, they haven't. So hey, just a heads up for yet again, thanks to near 50 people watching, which is insane. We
like and subscribe.
The TV, do all the stuff that you know to do and all that. But the TV, if you're watching it, is well behind, and you are going to get picks ahead of time if you're watching the stream. We're just telling you, we're not at the beginning. It was kind of running at the same time, but no, at this point, we're just doing it so I can fill out what's going on in this.
Yeah,
but I have to say, it hasn't affected the Steelers yet. Like all these picks, even some of the crazy of them sitting there, I'm like, yeah, that's someone I thought miraculously may have dropped, but every single person that I thought realistically would be there for the Steelers is still on this board.
I'll be so real. If Mekhi Lemon is sitting there, I don't know when he'll be drafted. If he's sitting there, I'm literally, if I'm Omar Khan, I'm putting the card in 2 seconds in. There won't even be 8 minutes off the clock. It'll be 7:58. Get that in there.
As soon as it's announced that he's not going at 20,
right now. Considering he's still on the board, have that card ready. Write that entire card out and have it sitting there on the. Because I'm sorry, no one. I love me some Amari Cooper Jr. I really do. But Mekhi Lemon is a different sort of specimen.
He was just a Bolitnikov Award winner too this year. Like that guy is good. Like that's some guy. It's like Jordan Addison the one year he went to Minnesota. Like he was sitting there for Minnesota. You compare him with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. The year he was at Pitt before he went to USC, he was the Bolitnikov Award winner. somehow Kenny Pickett made him look phenomenal. Jordan Addison's great, but like the fact that Kenny Pickett had a guy like that, and Jordan Addison did that, just shows like how good Jordan Addison was. So if you get a guy like that, you really can't pass him up.
That's an excellent. I was telling Relic earlier, I am tired of being jealous of other teams who have first round receivers perform so well in their rookie season. I want a first round receiver performing really well in their rookie season. That's what I want.
Give me a rookie that's going to put up Chase Claypool numbers.
Except he won't fall off after a year or a couple games.
Or have the mental capacity of a chihuahua and need to flex with 1 minute left in a game.
Actually, more like 30 seconds left in a game when you actually need to get the ball down the field.
That just
Zach stresses out every time I bring it up.
PTSD. Because I remember that game was on. I was at one of my wife's shows, so I'm watching it and I can't react. So I am screaming internally, and then that happened, and I actually did yell out loud enough for people to turn and look. So that's why I remember, because I accidentally interrupted a show. Getting mad at the TV.
So more on the Matthew Stafford thing from Adam Schefter.
Yes.
Apparently they called Matthew Stafford today to inform that they plan to select Ty Simpson. So I guess this was established as of today.
Yep.
I cannot, and this is not just because I watched Draft Day and it was seemed to be a storyline in that, but I don't care. Matthew Stafford is not happy right now because I think you cannot take this as a hint from the organization that says, listen, we're impressed, you're playing really well, but you're not going to be here forever. So, but Nate, what I brought up to Relic was no matter what Matthew Stafford feels about this, I think the Rams have to say, fuck that, we cannot care. Because if the Steelers would have done this with Ben, we would have avoided the situation we've been in, where they said, listen, Ben, fuck your feelings. We are drafting someone to take over for you. You're going to deal with this, and then we're going to play it out. But instead, we're like, Ben, sorry about this. We're going to draft everyone else. So
I think the problem in that situation was more Art Rooney. Like, Art Rooney does not have a backbone to say, sorry, Ben. Like, you watch those interviews he does, like, at the end of the offseason, whether he sits down with, like, Bob Pompiani or whoever's talking to him. Like, Art Rooney can switch up his statement in, like, 2 seconds. Like, that dude does not have a solid opinion or stand behind something. It's more of, like, a thing like that. And I'm like, all right. But no, like, one of the things that's just interesting is, like, I think somebody like Jermod McCoy still being here definitely tells me people are very hesitant about that knee I was telling you about last night. Because if you look at 2024 production, Jermod McCoy was one of those dudes.
You also have to take a look at the fact there's been a lot of people taken that are not at the draft.
That is true, too. A lot of people... Manny Goa, I like that little party he had, or like how he was fitted up, but I think it was Spencer Fano, the dude before him. Bro, that looks like a fun place to be at, where they got like the luau and type of energy, where it's like Hawaiian representation like that. I love when I see that, because like the Samoan Hawaiian kind of like representation, I'm like, this is sick.
100%.
It's nice to see.
So we have
two more picks until the Pittsburgh Steelers select Mekhi Lemon.
He is just sitting there.
Vikings are taking defensive tackle Caleb Banks at number 18.
Oh, is that first DT off the?
Yes, Caleb Banks is the first. I would not. I mean, nothing against Caleb Banks. He's going to be a solid guy. I would not have thought he was the first guy off.
And think about this. He's not going to be ready until, I think, later this summer.
What's he dealing with?
Good Lord, look at all those people.
Some knee or something like that. It's like one of those injuries. I don't remember the whole thing, but I remember it was like he released a statement to teams saying like he'll be ready to go at some point. I'm like, that's cool, but what about rookie minicamp and all that? Like, that's a key area for rookies to get in the system.
At the scouting combine, he broke his foot.
Yeah, I knew it was something in the lower body of like knee or foot, because they said something like that.
That's for it to happen at the combine. is interesting. They're literally just announcing the Lions pick now.
So
we're-
I'm guessing that's why the draft always ends at like midnight, because we're like 50 picks behind.
Yep. If now I'm trying to see who's announcing this pick.
I got a good question for y'all. Like thinking about like
Yes,
some of
sir.
the picks so far.
Sure.
Caleb Downs going to the Cowboys. What did you guys think initially? Because I thought that was interesting.
I thought I am a big Downs guy. I was hoping he would fall, even though we don't need someone like that. But it's such a solid. There's so many teams that are making responsible picks that it's throwing me off. I'm used to certain teams just being stupid, and a lot of teams are saying, you know what? Let's set the team we really need, and it's a responsible. And I think that's one of them. I don't think it's like I know right beforehand Relic was wondering if they took a receiver, if that would immediately signal a George Pickens trade. For them to not do that and to hold off saying we'll deal with a pissed off George Pickens for a year. Now they still could trade him, but I do not mind that at all.
I thought they were going to trade him.
So
I thought they were going wide receiver first.
I mean, I thought of that too, because Mekhi Lemon was sitting there. I was like, are they going to snag him and then kind of get him? But honestly, the way this draft is shaping out, if you're Omar Khan, you got to be loving everything, just the way it's dropping right now.
Yes.
You're like, I could get Omar Cooper or I could get Mekhi Lemon, and then you could have a three-headed monster with Pat Freiermuth at tight end. And like you think about that, it doesn't matter if you have Mason Rudolph or Will Howard. And honestly, let's think about this, right? I am not opposed to Mason Rudolph as quarterback one.
Oh no! Don't say these
I was
things.
wondering the second you said that, I'm like, oh, we got a fight on our hands because Relic opened this by saying to the camera that Mason Rudolph is a bum. So this will be so. Nate, state your piece. What is it about what you've seen from Rudolph that says he could be passable?
I mean, I feel like the more he's gotten a year to learn from Rodgers, I feel like that's probably going to help your case. But also, I mean, Tennessee, I get like that wasn't a great situation, but anyone who's really played at Tennessee before Cam Ward, I mean, you look at Cam Ward last year, like I don't think anyone could really play for the Titans at quarterback unless they had an offensive line. But for me with Rudolph, right, you think about it. He's kind of been at the helm. He's kind of been in a situation of this is my team. And I think about 2019, was that perfect? No, but at the same time, he kind of held his own. And when he did get in there, yeah.
He got hit in the head.
And honestly, you give him a really good team, like you draft well this year, see what he has, because it's the last year of his deal. So you don't have to bring him back next year. You could basically roll with maybe like a Drew Aller or Garrett Nussmeier, like as a backup quarterback next year, because Rudolph signed a 2-year deal like last year, which means he played last year and then this year. So then when you think about that, I'm like, you could play him, and if he doesn't perform well, hey, thank you.
Not to butt in. Panthers have selected Georgia OT Monroe Freeling.
Yep, Mekhi Lemon's coming to Pittsburgh, baby.
My God, you need to stop saying that. You're gonna jinx it, because it's a very good possibility right now. And Dallas is sitting in front of us, and there's a good chance they're gonna. You know what? Now that you said I'm just saying, if Dallas takes Mekhi Lemon,
hey Zach,
I think they get Omar, and then we get Mekhi.
Honestly, let's think about this. Right now, and a Relic, I'll jump back to you in just 1 second, but right now we are sitting with Dallas being the only team with a pick ahead of us, and we have Mekhi Lemon, Casey Concepcion, and Omar Cooper Jr. all there. If we don't take a wide receiver,
I'd be heated, bro.
We got a trade.
Is it Pittsburgh?
The Eagles are trading with the Cowboys.
Yes, that is good. Oh, wait.
Eagles receive pick number 20 and a 7th rounder, while the Cowboys get number 23, 114, and 137.
Ooh, wait a minute. There could be some action here, because if you heard the AJ Brown rumors of going to the Patriots.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was just thinking.
No, not the Eagles, man.
I was
Not the
just
not the
you,
crosstown
You jinxed
rival, bro.
it. You jinxed
just-
it.
you
I-
just couldn't stop saying it, could you?
I just want it to happen. Sometimes, like, you could get excited, but also too, I think Omar Cooper's in play. Like, it's between those two at least.
And
It's
let's be honest.
KC.
I mean,
KC at number 21. That's what we're going with.
I mean, even though, like, maybe the Eagles get offensive line help because their line sucked last year at times. But, like, there's also a lot of good players still left on the board.
There is.
20.
Could be like a Jermod McCoy or a Colton Hood, maybe something like that.
There's a lot of picks that this could be that could mean that we have all three receivers just sitting there.
I mean,
what do you do though? If you have all three receivers? What do you do?
Makai Lemon.
Bro,
there's no wrong answer, but there's better answers.
I hope that if there are the three guys, right, and the Steelers pass up, I'd be like, bro, what are we doing? There's three guys.
No, that would be back like whenever I thought we should have taken Christian Gonzalez the year that we passed on him. So this is similar. So we're gonna know very, 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 very soon though. And
we're either gonna be real excited or real pissed off. There's only two.
I'm having flashbacks to the Broderick Jones year. I really am. Oh my goodness. See, I was fine the whole time, and now no, I feel like I do with it.
Can the Steelers trade with the Eagles and say, like, hold up? Like, can they call Howie Roseman and say, we'll give you like a third or something just to get our guy?
We can't fuck this up. We can't. I mean, don't get me wrong. We absolutely can and have in the past.
I'm sorry, but you fucked it up.
Nate
Skinner. Steelers,
I just wanted him, man. He was sitting there. Like, I love Makai Lemon. It's just so tough because
Makai Lemon is chosen at number 20.
Okay, but that means we have Omar Cooper Jr. or Casey Concepcion. We have our choice of either one of those. So right now, which to me, I know I want Omar Cooper Jr.
I just like if you're the Steelers, like why I wanted it, I was like, that guy keeps sitting there, keeps sliding, like do something. Like, that's why I was like, he's there. That's why I want him. He's not only a Biletnikoff award winner, but you're like sitting there. Obviously, you have the A.J. Brown situation. But like the thing, if you're Pittsburgh, you're Omar Khan. That's why like I was come on, like you can't pass this up as much as you have two other receivers. I'm sitting there and I'm like, trade up.
Let me ask you guys this. Number 21 comes around. Aaron Rodgers walks on the stage. What do you do?
Announces I'm back. I'm back.
That would be so Aaron Rodgers to say, you know how you're all excited about this pick? No, it's about me, fuckers. That would be such an Aaron Rodgers thing to do. And it just said that, you know what? I'm not even going to announce the pick. I'm just announcing I'm back.
Bro, that would be hilarious because, like, Pat McAfee would talk about it.
Then. Do you guys want me to announce the Steelers pick when it shows up, or do you want to wait for the cast?
Well, I don't mind announcing it. If you don't mind, Nate, it's up to you.
No, I'd love for you to do that. I think, like,
I'm like refreshing Twitter.
That gives us more time to talk about it before a bunch of talking heads on TV get to give their asinine reasons about why it's good or not. There's just I will say this: there's so many ways to get the next one wrong, but.
McNeil Warren, I feel like, is on the table here at this point.
If we didn't have two of the receivers, I didn't think we were going to have that much of a chance at here. Then yes, McNeil Warren would definitely be someone. I mean, there's like I said, there's the majority of players I had the Steelers legitimately looking at are sitting here. I mean, they're and do not forget. This morning. Nick Farabaugh said that he just felt something about Denzel Boston, said not to look past the possibility that a Denzel Boston could end up. So technically the Steelers could see three receivers sitting here right now. Now, if I'm the Steelers at that point, Denzel Boston is the lesser of all of them. But So they could see that as multiple options for them.
I hope the Steelers look back and no matter what this pick is, hopefully this doesn't come back and be like, we should have traded up for Makai at 18. He was just sitting there so long where I was like, come on, like this is your opportunity. Like I wasn't even trying to jinx it. I was just more like come on, like it was just one of those things where I'm like, he's just sitting there knowing that Dallas and Philly are like right near you. I was like, come on, like.
And with the 21st NFL draft pick, the Steelers pick quarterback Garrett Nussmeier. And I'm just kidding. I just wanted to see Zach's face.
God. Oh my God, dude. Okay.
Bro, I was about to be like, all right, well, guess I'm gonna pack it up for the night.
Yeah, no, I was like, Zach, we lost Zach.
Zach literally had a heart attack.
Bro, Zach, we were about to pack it up. All right, everybody, thanks for listening and watching. Yep. Have a great night.
Pretty much. Sorry, that would have.
Bro, get a live crash out of Zach, like he's just throwing everything. All right, looks like we're gonna be signing off the air.
Zach
that would be the funniest crash out because other than sitting, I have to use my cane to get around. It would be the slowest crash out ever. It's just me slowly moving from side to side, picking things up and gently putting them down.
Would we get like a Stephen A type rant? Because I think that'd be funny. The Pittsburgh Steelers, what are you doing?
Zach would get a text from LeeAnn and be like, shut the stream off. Shut it off. Don't turn it back on.
The fact that it's not happening. Now, I will say this. Relic, if that happens, it is your fault.
Kick him off the stream. Kick him off the stream.
You will be banned for life. Yes, you would have brought, because don't get me wrong, the Makai Lemon jinx, that was when we had option. That is what you would have done was unforgivable.
Oh, can you imagine, Zach?
No, because I will say it didn't matter what name you said afterwards, because the second you said quarterback, I'm like, we found a way to do it. We just it's done. I don't know. And I'm so glad the season was lost and then regained in a matter of 10 seconds.
Bro, you want to hear?
Steelers are on the clock. Here we go.
Hell yeah!
You want to hear a funny tweet I just seen on Twitter that somebody retweeted Jenna Harner? It's like, raise your hand if your favorite team has been personally victimized by Philadelphia this week.
No, yeah, it's true. I've had to watch 3 brutal Penguins games, and now they had to take this. So, come on, guys.
It's not. Can I just say this, like, out of love of my heart for this team? What are you waiting for? Like, you have Omar Cooper sitting there. Like, just put the stupid ticket in. Like, it's not that hard.
This happened with Fernando Mendoza too. It took them almost their whole time to get the card in.
They did that last year too with the first overall pick. Even though we all could have like said Cam Ward and looked at each other like, oh, I wonder if it's Cam Ward.
Exactly. So yeah, Now the question is, there's one thing that the Steelers could do. You have, if you include Boston, there's 3 potential receivers on the Steelers board right now. Do you move down? Oh, okay. Pick is in. Never mind.
I have not seen anybody say who it is.
I feel like Caleb Lamu could be in the pick here too.
Really?
I don't know. Tackle's in play with Broderick Jones as well, and I feel like that's the best available tackle outside of everyone.
I will say, that I 100% agree with, but there's a bunch of receivers just sitting here. It's everything we have asked for since there's just come on, Steelers. Just
you can't physically can't mess this up. Like you have Omar Cooper sitting there, and if you do not pick him, I might have to have a Stephen A type moment out here on Omar Khan and the team.
If you don't take him and it's Casey Concepcion, that's fine. Now
I think they're intentionally holding off until it's on the screen because Ari and Adam Schefter have not posted anything within 5 minutes.
So there could be a trade here of trading down, is what you're saying.
No. The Steelers pick is in. The television just said. So I am going to. I've had it muted the whole time, but just for now, I'm going to unmute this.
I like these graphics. Can I just say,
this is Aaron Rodgers. I'm punching someone.
Is it going to be the wall? Because that sounds like what it could happen.
Well, I gotta say, I've watched every pick up to this point. This is different. Every other pick didn't get. They are playing videos that like it is terrible. Tals. They are letting you know this draft is in Pittsburgh and we don't care about any other team.
Well, aren't they going
They
to
are
have?
literally not posting it. They are waiting for the stream.
I am so happy about that. Bravo.
Oh,
think about it, because
no.
Relic's giving us something. It might not
Wait.
be good. Look at Relic's. Look at Relic right now, Zach. This does not.
I don't want to because I'm trying to see. I didn't see anything yet.
The Steelers select Arizona State offensive tackle Max Inaker at 21. Why the fuck are we choosing offensive tackle?
Guys, you had Omar Cooper sitting there. Oh my gosh. Well, looks like Omar Cooper is going to be a Bill, folks.
Oh.
That's really disappointing.
So can he play right? That's what I need to know. Can he play right tackle? Yes, he can. Taking a somewhat developmental right tackle, which means Fatanu. Welcome to the left side.
Wow. No one's going to be happy about this in that whole place. Now, the only way they can make this better is trading back up into the first and getting a receiver.
Listen, if Omar is sitting there in like 4 or 5 picks, just trade into the first round for the love of God.
It's just they did find a way to do it again.
But listen, if this is a right tackle, that means Broderick Jones is probably not looking.
Oh no, Broderick Jones is done.
Because if you're taking a right tackle, that means Troy Fatanu. Well, listen, he's a right tackle. So if that's the case, that means Troy Fatanu is going back to his natural position of left, which means you would line up right now Fatanu, Spencer Anderson, Zach Frazier, McCormick, and then this guy.
Yeah, we have to. Ian Akor, I think his name is Max Ian Akor. So I want to hear the boos.
There won't be any boos. They're in Pittsburgh. They're gonna eat this shit up, and then tomorrow they're all.
I'm hoping this is a Fatanu thing where I look back and I'm like, okay, solid pick. I just didn't fully, but yet again with the surrounding people, there's no way that none of those receivers impress them. It's just the frustration is.
Told you.
Now I hope he is a brilliant starter that protects Will Howard for the next little while.
Oh, that's a great shot right there. Thank you. Pull up your pants, buddy.
I'm just more frustrated because it's like you have your receivers there at 21. Like tackle you can get later in this draft. Like there are a lot of good guys you could get later in the draft. Omar Cooper is sitting there. Casey Concepcion is sitting there.
This is literally like the 3rd or 4th year that we've tried to fix the O-line now.
Yep.
With this pick. And
I did tell people.
They just showed the Steelers room. That is a very subdued Steelers draft room. Like normally in the war room, there's a big reaction with this. That was a weird, subdued reaction.
Now, if we're thinking about this, right? I want to get your guys' kind of thoughts.
Absolutely.
Do you think it was McCarthy that made this decision, or do you think it was Omar?
Omar. This is a very Omar Khan move.
Yeah, Omar Khan and Andy Weidel. For them, everything starts and ends with trenches. And if for any reason they looked at what they said and they're like, listen, I know we've said Dylan Cook can do it. I know we said Spencer Anderson can do it. Broderick's not going to be okay. We need to take this seriously.
Like the fact you have Denzel Boston sitting there, Omar Cooper, KC, like just sitting there. Like they basically fell into your lap.
Mm-hmm.
They did. just like the year where multiple cornerbacks fell into our lap, and it's just there's a I'm gonna have to do research and try to figure this out, but that's
I'm going to give you some good pro comps here from looking at Matt Miller. So he has
Okay.
Denzel Boston as Cortland Sutton. Okay. Omar Cooper, he gives Rashee Rice. And then Casey, he gives Brandon Ayuk. So you basically could have a Brandon Ayuk, a Rashee Rice, or a Cortland Sutton type player.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If we don't get one of those like top wide receivers that you just mentioned in the second round, this draft is a bust. Because, well, I mean, I don't think it's. I'm not happy about this.
No. So far, I'm looking. Most people are not upset about this. Ton of upside from Nick Farabaugh. They broke a trend he didn't visit, so they were one of the few picks that they made where they didn't visit ahead of time. But a lot of people are. Oh, there's the upset. This is a confusing one.
I just want to say the NFL has Max. I can't pronounce his last name. I don't want to even try. They have him with his weaknesses as he struggles with protection recognition against game fronts.
Oh, great. That's
wide
great.
hands open him up for holding penalties.
Great.
Needs better pad level to improve leverage as a
great.
drive blocker and shoves second level blocks instead of sticking and sustaining.
Well, this guy sounds fantastic.
His strengths, he has lateral quickness and body control made for outside zone schemes. He has basketball feet to mirror rushes. Twitchy pass slides with adequate range to meet speed. Hakeem Messidor just went to my Chargers. They got him because he's a rush blocker. That's why they got him.
If they were going to go with him, you might as well have traded back.
Exactly. It's just.
And also, Relic, all the things you said in the negatives, that is terrible. If those are the negatives, like basically, like if he faces like a top tier edge rusher on that side, like he might as well just get bullied.
I'm taking his hat off. They don't deserve to be represented right now.
That's just frustrating. Now I'm.
This is gonna make you guys even more mad. In 2021, he played one game in college.
He's only played 1 full year of football, right?
He's only played. He's only played about 30 games in college out of his 4 years.
And that's not that much football if you think about it.
No.
Can we just like trade back in? Like I'll give you all my thirds and my second just to get a receiver.
I want us to. That's what I'm really hoping happens because there's a wealth of wide receiver here, and it would be. And yeah, you have 3/3, but that's a while from now.
Does that mean that we believe in, I guess, Roman Wilson at this point? I guess.
It did the same thing again. Oh, we trust this wide receiver core again for another year.
Per Ari Mevra, the last 6 picks of the draft, besides one, has all been trench players, not starters, in his opinion. And that includes the Steelers pick.
Yep. Just not saying it just that's just frustrating.
Like I mean, I get Derek Harmon last year because that guy was good and he showed it when he was in. But I'm like, if you have someone like Omar Cooper literally fall in your lap.
Now, the only thing I can think is, were they not impressed by them?
I hate to bring this up, but I question: was this the last couple of years? Was this Mike Tomlin choosing picks?
Nope.
Or was this Omar and the scouts choosing picks? You know what I mean? Because this doesn't make more sense.
I think ever since Omar and Andy Weidel arrived, it's been them having a lot of say, and that there was a distinct shift towards trenches when they came, and I do understand that, but it it's just frustrating. There's no other way to put it, but just frustrating, and I do not like this.
And the Cowboys are up at 23, and I wouldn't be surprised if they took Omar Cooper.
That's what I'm saying. That the Cowboys are celebrating right now. Just they got a safety and they're going to get a receiver.
And if that's the case, I'm probably just going to be like, all right, we did nothing for another year.
Per Adam Scheffner, the Steelers drafted Arizona State offensive tackle Max in whatever, and it comes as left tackle Broderick Jones deals with a setback from his neck injury he suffered last season. Jones is scheduled to be reevaluated to determine his status for training camp and the start of the season. This was we need someone to cover Broderick Jones.
Yep. No, you do not use a first-round pick with the other players that you have around. Yep. So and you know what they're going to say? They're like, oh, no, we have full faith in Broderick Jones and all that. They do not.
No.
They do not.
Well, it's like one of those things I think of. If you knew that, like, you probably should have traded up to get somebody a little bit better. But, like...
Monroe Freeling was right there. We could have moved up not far for him. He would have been a better tackle in my but it's...
But I'll be so real. I don't think you had to reach for a tackle. If you knew that, like, that sucks. But, like, I'd much rather have a playmaker, because the problem hasn't been the line, but also at the same time, the more big problem is we can't move the freaking ball on offense.
Yep. And
so it doesn't matter if you improve the trenches, because if you're not moving the ball, it doesn't matter if your O-line's playing great.
The Cowboys select UCF defensive end Malachi Lawrence at number 23.
Okay, guys. Can we like trade up to 24, 25? Like
Cleveland is never going to trade with us to give us something we want, so it'll be 25. There's no way
Cleveland's going to take one of these wide receivers. Bet.
Oh my God!
It's gonna be Denzel Boston, if anything, because Boston visited the team. So I bet you this pick right here for Cleveland's gonna be Denzel Boston.
You think it'll be Boston? Okay, let's see. Chicago. I don't think Chicago needs a receiver.
Hey, can we try to screw Chicago over again? Is that a thing we could try to do, like we did with the Chase Claypool trade?
I would love that. You think that every time the Pittsburgh comes up on a Chicago thing, that their ears are perked up? They're like, don't give them anything.
Well,
when you get screwed that bad and it lands Joey Porter Jr. in Pittsburgh, you're kind of like, alrighty.
Do you think this is going to work out? Do you guys think this pick is going to work out? Or do you think this is going to be another, like, he gets injured halfway through the season?
This is one of the things where I think it's a direct it means that we wasted a pick on Broderick Jones. That's what it means.
We should have taken him away last season.
Yep. I was traded up for him.
I'm sure Zach remembers my disdain for Broderick Jones. Like, I hope you're all good. I hope you're not, paralyzed or whatever, and I hope you can play football again. But he had no business being on the team. He was trash.
Now, I will say that it had very little to do with athletic ability. The moment in his rookie year I realized that I was not going to be a fan of Broderick Jones is when I saw him deciding on his own when plays were done. Not the whistle. He decided when a block was done. He decided when he was not going to rush block anymore. So if this guy comes in, if Max comes in, and I see drive, and I see a willingness to do what he needs to do, and more than I saw from Broderick, then yeah, it's a good pick. But we could have done so much better.
I think at this point, I frankly don't care. I wanted a receiver.
But the NFL lists him.
Honestly.
The NFL his draft profile from the NFL says he will eventually be a starter plus.
Eventually. So is that 2 years, 3 years this year?
So this is, and yet again, I know I'm bringing old regime stuff into the current one, but we haven't proved that this new group can develop players.
Or like offensive linemen. Can we bring like Mike Munchak back? Is that like an option? It's like the only way we could develop an offensive line is if we brought Mike Munchak back.
So I will say this: if this was last year, this is a wasted, horrible pick. We just lost the entire draft. Because it's this year and it's a different staff, it's a different group. I don't know if they can develop people and get people where they need to go. I have to give some benefit of the doubt, not all of it, but some. And that's only for that, because I know a big part of my mind is jumping right to they won't be able to develop him. It's another automata, and it's a new group. It just still doesn't make it a good pick. I cannot get it around my head that it's a good pick.
Listen,
really can't.
Here's my thing. If we do not trade up, the Bills, I guarantee you, will take Omar Cooper. I am almost willing to think that. If we do not trade up, like if this is Denzel Boston and Omar Cooper is sitting there and we don't trade up, I feel like it's got to be the Bills or the 49ers that take Omar. There's no way he slips out of this first round. Like,
no.
You can't hope that he does, because if you do, like...
Oh, no. Why does Relic look upset again? Did Omar Cooper just get drafted?
KC Conception goes to the Browns. Son of a
biscuit.
I don't like that at all.
I literally said at the beginning of the draft that this cannot happen, and it happened. Oh my god!
But who's throwing the ball to him? My next door neighbor.
Well, technically, it's somebody. When he moves into your neighborhood, he has to knock on every door and tell him he's there.
Can we shut the stream down? We're done. Season's over.
There's still, but I did not have KC taken before Omar Cooper Jr. on my bingo board.
I thought he would have been better in Kansas City. I think we talked about that last night. Like, he just makes sense to go to Kansas City. That's kind of where I thought he would have ended up if he didn't get drafted now. But okay, so now you're going to see him twice a year. You see Ione twice a year. Every team can just demolish Maxi, whatever. Like,
this is so. I feel bad. I feel bad because I'm sure he's a good guy and he's going to work really hard at it. But right now, it's just so many better options. And I will say this: we still have 8 picks left in the first round that we could trade up in, back up with the amount of stuff we have. You calm down. We've jinxed enough today. Leave our bubbles of hope intact, you bunch of fuckers.
Art Rooney ain't letting nothing happen with those picks.
I love that. Hey, time to drop that Sleepy Omar picture in the chat.
What?
Like, if I'm telling you now, if the Bears whoever they take, no matter who it is, I'm telling you, it's going to be the Bills or the 49ers that take Boston or Cooper. Because they could go back to back. Because both these teams need receivers. And if that's the case, I'm going to look at Omar. I'm going to be like, I understand the whole Broderick Jones thing, but you need a guy that can actually catch the freaking ball, because sometimes DK forgets to show up or
punches fans.
This was 100% a reaction, and very likely an overreaction to the Broderick thing. And I said, if when the season starts next year and we're and the camps and all that, they're like, oh, we're very glad Broderick is healthy and ready to be back. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about healthy? You just used a pick on it. No, he better be in a hospital and not be able to play. So,
the thing I still don't get, and this is just maybe Omar Cooper, they understand it. So you take Troy Fautanu last year. You took Broderick Jones the year before. Now you're taking another tackle. Have we learned? Or not last year, but like basically 2 years ago, you took Broderick. Then you took Troy Fautanu. Last year was Derek Harmon. And I'm just like, at what point do you try something new and maybe get somebody late round and be like, hey, maybe we should look at receiver. Hey, maybe we should look at corner. Because Colton Hood was still there, or even McNeil Warren, where you could put it slot or something. You got to try something new, because you can't just keep trying, because at this point, if this guy doesn't work out, so what are you going to say, tackle again next year because this guy didn't work out and this guy you've done it's just one of those things I can't wrap my head around it anymore. What is the plan? Somebody tell me, because I genuinely don't know anymore.
No, I wish I could tell you, because it was sitting right there. Everything was lined up for us to have several excellent options, and we We took one that to me very clearly says, as a franchise, hey, just so everyone knows, we fucked up the Broderick Jones thing. It was an absolute wasted pick. We should have never traded up, and just ignore that and pretend it doesn't exist. To me, that's what this pick says.
Guess
And what?
Per CBS Sports, the Steelers select Max whatever OT Arizona State, grade B+. This is definitely not a win now move, but I like it. Max has the most intriguing development tools in the NFL draft class, with truly everything you could want to play tackle position in the NFL. The
Can you
kicker,
play wide receiver?
he only started playing football 5 years ago. And for the Steelers, this doesn't look like a number one starter. Why did we choose him if he is not starting?
I like the way Relic's looking in the camera right there. He's really talking to the fans on that one.
Yep.
Oh, why do we? If he's not going to, you know what?
Well, he's played what 30 games of football in college and only started playing 5 years ago. Like it's like one of those guys. Maybe you could even gotten in the second.
Yep. I don't. Now I really hope
that's a C pick. That's not even a B.
I genuinely hope that what this means is all the tosses and the edge rushers who try to get through will be stymied, and he will turn into this excellent pick. I genuinely hope, because right now it is all on him to prove this wrong. It's an unfair amount of pressure on this kid, but he has to prove that he is worth this pick, because right now, I'm sorry, kid, I do not see how you are worth this pick.
He's more of a second rounder, if anything. Maybe
he
even
really is
late second rounder.
It's a good story. You know, he came from Nigeria and learned how to play late, and only has a couple of years and all that. I like that story, but it's
Bears
it's
select
a risk.
Bears select Oregon safety Dylan Thiemann. Yeah. He's a versatile defensive back who can impact the game deep in the box or slot. Huge addition to the Bears.
Makes sense. You lost Byard, I think, and you also lost Brisker, so you kind of needed a save. I kind of thought that Thiemann was going to be a Viking, considering Harrison Smith. Like, that just made sense in my mind. But
okay, so let's say we got. Oh yeah, no, continue, sir.
But I think the way Zach and I were talking about, like, this is one of those safety classes where you could get a guy in the second or third round. So if you're the Vikings, like, you don't have to be like, oh, well, Harrison Smith looks like he's ready to be done soon.
You don't. This is, I'm
going to say this now. I'm not mad at Max. I think he's probably going to be a good guy. Has a chance to be good. But when you look at what was there, I'm mad because it's what was there. If there was nothing there, I'm not complaining about Max being selected. But when you look at what was there, you
could have gone defense and
you could have gotten Caden McDonald of all choices if you wanted.
Literally,
if you wanted to build the trenches.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. This is worse than selecting one of the QBs because his limited football, I think, hurts him in this. And this Yahoo Sports is giving it a B, but they're saying that this is a huge swing.
Yes, it is. And why are we? And we haven't developed any. I mean, Zach Frazier, like, I'm a WVU guy. Like, you can't coach that guy up. He knows what the heck he's doing. Like, that's one of those guys you're like, you good. You get it.
Omar Khan is trending.
Yes, he is.
Let's see if Let's see if we can find a funny tweet or not, because I'm sure somebody's going to have something.
They're talking right now, or they were 8 minutes ago about the pick.
It's all just going to be lip service that is going to be useless, and it does not matter. They're not going to be able to tell us this is the pick they should have gone with.
Omar Khan says there was a potential trade of trading out of number 21 to move up and move down, but we decided to stick with what we got.
Okay, can we just say
that's even worse?
This might actually be the most passive front office we've had. Like,
and that's really surprising.
And I will say this: as much as Kevin Colbert's last 3 drafts didn't pan out, like, he wasn't afraid to go grab someone like Devin Bush. like traded in the top 10 basically. It was like Devin Bush. And I mean, Devin Bush before he got injured was actually really good.
I'm still quite shocked. I really don't know what to say.
All right, this has been draft covered. No, I'm just kidding.
This is going to piss Zach off, but word on the street is the Chiefs reportedly wanted to move back to number 3, but nobody would trade with them. The Steelers were in talks to trade for number 9, but decided against it when the Browns stepped in. Pack it up. Pack it up.
So they could have gotten Spencer Fano, is what you're saying?
If what that was just said is true.
It sounds like we had plenty of options, and out of all of those options, we said this was the best.
Spencer Fano's
Omar's got to go. I don't care about his
Spencer
pick.
Fano. We could have had a great right tackle because when they were showing his highlights on NFL Network, that dude was mauling people on the next level and was really good. And you're telling me you don't want to make that move. I get it's a division rival or it's Kansas City. You probably don't want to make moves with them. But Spencer Fano over Max is a no-brainer.
Yeah, this is now yet again. I want to speak it into existence that we trade back in
per Omar Khan during the media scrum. He said that the thought process of getting this guy was Hines Ward was one of the big talkers for this guy.
I mean, I guess I understand it, but at the same time, it's like
I don't understand.
I like that you said it has nothing to do with the guy. It has to do with the bad choice. It's a bad choice.
Well, whatever.
Actually, not to butt in again, but Omar Khan literally said that there is concern about Broderick Jones' neck, and that is why they picked him. Per Steelers Depot.
So pretty much what we just did is made up for our own stupidity with the Broderick Jones move. Because pretty much what we just did is we erased that draft. So while technically 3 out of the last 4 were tackles, only 2 were because Broderick Jones does not count now.
We have a trade. The Texans have traded up to number 26 with Buffalo and select Georgia Tech guard Kalen Rutledge.
Oh, that's a surprise.
That's a good pick.
Congratulations to the Texans.
That could have been a Steeler.
No, I had Kalen Rutledge on quite a few of my boards. And considering the amount of times that the Houston line, I mean, think of the when we played them.
You guys want to hear my dad's opinion on the pick?
Yes, we do.
This is kind of funny. Maybe we should trade up in the early second and get Boston, like he was thinking that, which is a good one. But I got to share this because it's too funny. He said, I hate the first round pick. I'm sure Omar believed that the email he got that dude was a Nigerian prince that if drafted would give Omar his signing bonus as long as he was willing to give him his bank account info and him some money. Scam, bad pick, desperate.
It does feel desperate. And
I love the way
it was a reaction.
But because me and my dad are huge fans of the Steelers, so
for Adam Schefter, the 49ers are attempting to trade.
No, 2 trades. They just did. Miami traded with the 49ers.
Oh, did they?
So Buffalo traded out to the Texans, and then.
So what the heck are we doing? Get in on this action, bro.
And the Steelers are sitting on their thumbs.
We're at the press conference not doing anything. We're just going to talk to everyone, even though there's actual guys that you could use. Forget having three third-rounders. Just don't trade them. Just don't do nothing. At this point, just pack it up for the night and just pack it up for the weekend.
I'm worried about Zach, are you going to be streaming tomorrow?
It depends on if my health allows, but we're talking about doing that. So I would like
with you. I'll jump on with you because I want to watch the second half with you. Even if you don't stream it, we can do a Skype call or Discord call or something.
No, I like that.
But I'm worried about this draft. I'm worried about us getting Michael Pittman and thinking we don't need a high round wide receiver at this point.
Now Miami trading up. Now that means that I think Dolphins might want a receiver, seeing that some of these
I
guys
think
in
so
drop.
too.
Because there's no way the Tyreek Hill's done. Waddle you traded away to Denver.
Yeah.
There's no one really a receiver one. So at this point, if Omar Cooper is going to drop, like Denzel Boston, if they like that type of guy.
Ooh. Houston traded number 6 and number 91 to the Bills in exchange for 20, 69, and 168.
Huh. I love their GM because they actually make.
Yes, they do.
In the last four
trades
drafts, Omar Khan has chosen offensive tackle 3 times.
Yep.
Can I
and
just
it's
say
not
this?
worked out.
Can I just say this might be the most frustrated I've ever been watching a draft?
And we all thought it was Mike Tomlin.
I feel like Mike Tomlin's licking his chops tonight. He's like,
Speaking of Mike Tomlin, congratulations on your new job. Hope it really works out for you. Sunday Night Football. Congratulations.
He's going to be like, the 49ers are painting the barn red.
No one's going to be able to understand.
Unless you watch like Tomlin Tuesday. Cut off your eyelids. Don't blink.
This is just
What's this
a
guy
very
mean?
interesting evening.
Can we?
Oh,
I think the
Steelers.
best one is like somebody's going to ask him about the Ravens, and we're going to get that old 2020 clip where he's like, "We do not care."
We need Zach, give LeeAnn a call. We need a call in from LeeAnn and see how she's feeling about this pick.
She is working at the moment, so we're gonna have to get the results afterwards. But I guarantee she's not going to be particularly pleased with it.
She needs to make a video, a 2-minute video of how she feels.
Yes, please get that to happen. That would be funny.
Hey Nate, do you do fantasy football?
I do. I like playing multiple leagues. I'm like,
I have a league with 6 open spots right now. If you'd like to join, LeeAnn still hasn't joined.
I'll pull up in that league.
I joined.
Let me drop that invite for you, my guy.
Trying to.
It's a full league, by the way. It's both.
Did I
It's
miss
both
the 49ers
offense
pick, or
and
did they not take
defensive
it yet?
players.
Oh, that's fun. I've done that a couple times. Is that through ESPN too?
Yes, it is.
I've done that with my friend Ryan. It is one of the fun things because you can be like, somebody could get a pick and you're like, fantasy worthy. But at the same time, if your corner's getting cooked by like AJ Brown, you're like, all right, buddy, I kind of want to cut you right now.
Literally.
All right, so let's see who we got. Do we haven't said who the 49ers have taken, right?
Well, it's the Dolphins because they made that trade.
I just
Bro,
you in it.
what? Miami is
right.
going to have 3 first-rounders on their team?
Yo, Miami is.
Woo! I like their GM. Can you come over to Pittsburgh? You sound like you like to make moves, buddy. You talking my lingo.
Dolphins select San Diego State cornerback Chris Johnson.
That's a really good pick. And let
that
me
is a
tell you
very good
why.
pick.
That dude is phenomenal. Because I remember I've done my mock drafts. He slips to about the second round, and I always snag him. But, like, that dude is legit. Probably one of the surprises to make the first round because you think early day 2 at worst. But, like, they must have loved what he saw. But at this point.
Absolutely. I have quite a few times in mocks where I have, but never in the first. He was always a second round guy. So,
what number is Patriots picking?
31st.
31st?
Yep, because if I'm right, we got Buffalo, Kansas City, Miami, and New England, correct?
Yeah.
With all the trades that have happened. Because I'm making sure I'm keeping track.
The thing that's more frustrating is what some of these teams are getting for trading back. Like, oh my gosh, like some of these deals that like teams are getting, I'm like, hey, can we sign up for that? Is that on the billing insurance? Like,
if we could have easily traded back 5-6 picks and
gotten
still
a
gotten
second
Max.
or another third round pick.
Yep, and still kept Max or just any other tackle.
Here's a question: what do you do if Broderick Jones passes his physical and is ready for training camp?
Oh, then this was a complete failure in every single sense of the word, from the
It makes no
trainers to the
sense.
doctors to the front office. This to me, this says Broderick Jones has to be done. He must be done, because otherwise you don't use a first round pick on an in case.
Yeah.
And if you do, you shouldn't be in a football front office.
I think what I'm more scared about is actually like looking at everything is like Omar actually going to the Chiefs. Like, I wouldn't want to see him with Patrick Mahomes when Mahomes is healthy. I'd hate my life because that means I'd probably go to the Super Bowl again, and then I get to watch Patrick Mahomes and everyone basically be like, I love Patrick Mahomes. Now here's a guy that can throw this. I'm like, no.
Now, if no one takes a receiver from now until the end of the first, which probably won't happen, then the only way that this can be fixed is if we trade right up to the beginning of the second and get one.
Well, here's my thing. If you're New England, right, you know you're going to get A.J. Brown because they're going to wait till June 1st, which is basically the beginning of next month. Or
Right.
not next month, but
This is gonna make you guys mad. Per Christopher
Most things
Carter,
have.
per Christopher Carter, for Pittsburgh
Post-Gazette.
Post-Gazette, the Eagles take Mekhi Lemon while the Steelers were looking at him.
So why not trade up? You're at,
Philly-
he's at 18.
Philly been beating up on Pittsburgh all week. Sounds like
Miami-
they took him to stop him.
Miami pick is just coming in
Yeah.
on the thing. So, yeah,
If you knew you were looking at him and he was sitting there at 18, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like,
I mean, again,
can't.
this is all just speculation. It's not, nothing's confirmed. But if it's true, this is just a complete failure for the first round. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you could have got this guy in the third or fourth round.
It's probably not a bad thing because teams would look at it as much as there's the stuff, Relic, the stuff you said, right? When you were talking about his negatives on the NFL Network, does that not scream like, yikes?
I mean, if
like considering we can't develop or have shown that we couldn't develop guys.
It's a problem because I mean, let's look at Broderick Jones. He had a history of penalties. And he just
didn't have to try.
Not just holding, but holdings when we get like a 35-yard pass and you'd be like, all right.
Right. And then you look at Troy Fonatano, who got injured. So what are we going to do with this? There really isn't any upside to have this guy because the Bills and Patriots traded.
I feel like those two franchises actually like each other because they do a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah,
with each other
Patriots.
with trades. Now, here would be funny is if they took a receiver here because I'd be like, all righty, they know how to build a franchise. We don't.
Well, I don't know.
We haven't interviewed Courage yet, so let's find out. Courage, what do you think? You look as pissed as we are. He is not happy. He wanted Omar Cooper Jr. particularly. What was that? Any fucking receiver would have done. I agree. That's true. Yes, any receiver. He agreed.
Your cat's the next GM. You heard it here first.
He would do great, except for some reason you suddenly see draft picks being traded for tuna.
I'm very concerned that this guy is not going to be ready to start at the NFL level.
If he does not start immediate, then there's so many ways that this could fail. So many things have to go weirdly right and wrong for other people for this to be a good pick.
Or actually, so they the
Patriots choose. Hold on.
Caleb Lomu from Utah, offensive tackle.
Wow.
So that means Will Campbell's probably going to stay at guard. That's what that tells me.
Wait, who did they take?
Caleb Lomu.
Oh, Lomu.
All right, so now that ESPN updated, the 49ers have the 30th pick. The Dolphins moved up. ESPN was just stupid at not updating. So you have the two first-rounders still, but getting San Diego State corner Chris Johnson was good because he had 4 interceptions and 8 pass deflections last year and 1 forced fumble. So
So we have Kansas City, then San Francisco, Buffalo, and Seattle.
So at this
remaining
point,
in-
like you see two receivers that are really good sitting there, like, "Hey, Kansas City, what's up, buddy? Can I get into the first
Honestly,
round?"
yeah, because we're at the point where it's not a leap to trade from the second into the first for this point on. It's not insane. It's very possible. Let's do it.
Here's pick 52. Merry Christmas.
Wait, 52, 53. Either one. Give them
52,
other teams
53.
picks. You know how we don't even have 52? You can have theirs. We give you permission to take theirs too. I don't care what it takes. I just.
Omar Khan
It's
and the
suspicious.
whole thing is just gonna.
Nick Farborough posts that it's interesting to note McCarthy didn't rule out moving Fatanu to guard.
To be fair, that's not a bad thing.
Okay,
I mean,
now look.
I get that.
So let's take it from that perspective because I don't know why I felt my blood pressure go down a little bit. So that is the answer. If Broderick Jones ends up healthy, that fixes all of this. Not fix well, the most it can, because that would mean that we have a starting tackle on both sides and a starting guard, and everything worked out. But the ifs that have. Does anyone know whether in the chat or if you guys want to look it up, has Fatanu played guard? And if he has, how much has he played?
I think he has played guard.
Because there has to be some confidence in his ability to do that, to say something. I love
He
how
does
we are
have
doing
experience
our.
playing guard, though he's primarily utilized as a tackle. His
I'm just
college
saying.
experience during his 5 years at Washington, Fatanu was a versatile asset on the offensive line. He was a mainstay at left tackle for the majority of his 31 starts, while he also stepped aside to play the interior when.
I mean, I guess I get it, but
Still, it's a still. Like I don't know. Do your guys' back hurt? Because I feel like we're
No!
bending over. But no, what are you doing?
Ari Mel, no, why? What are we doing?
Did
It
Omar-
is now confirmed that the Steelers were on the phone with Mekhi Lemon at number 21, planning to pick him, but then the Eagles traded up with the Cowboys and took him.
morons.
Oh my
God. Just don't tell us this stuff, the reporters. Not you, Nate. Just stop.
What are we
Okay.
doing? My hair.
Listen, if that was the option, you knew you were going to try to pick him. 18, 19, anybody?
If you were on the phone with him.
I just got to laugh at this point because now Omar Khan looks much more stupid. I would have been, if you knew you wanted Mekhi Lemon, I would have been on the phone with everyone from 10 to 20. You want our first rounder to 20?
Thing? He's supposed to be wheeling and dealing. He's like supposed to be like that's supposed to be his thing, like being better at this than other GMs. And while he was on the phone with them, they should have been.
He's like, la di da da. We got our pick. Nobody's gonna do anything.
This is like
So this was your backup.
I forget when was it? It wasn't too long ago. Like Denver messed the time up, and Denver didn't get their pick in time and lost out on a pick, and another team got to pick in front of them. Doesn't happen often, but
the Chiefs have selected Clemson defensive tackle Peter Woods.
Him and Chris Jones down there. That's just unfair.
That is okay.
Someone's got to call the Steelers right now and ask what is
another
happening.
wide receiver that is still there. So
how to look
you,
stupid in one night? Just look at Omar Khan.
How do you go from KC Conception at 21 to then, you know what? He just got taken, so we got to get that MVP max whatever.
Well, it looks like the 49ers and Bills are going to be looking sweet tonight getting their two receivers.
49ers are definitely choosing a wide receiver.
Because I'm telling you, Omar's going within the next two picks. Like, unless the Steelers are like, oh, wait, we should probably trade up. Because
that's what I would be doing. Well, no, yeah, I would right now. I would be on the phone.
Oh, wait. Zac or Relic, you might know of this. So my dad just texted me. This pick reminds me of Ricardo Koloff pick back in 2005, second
Oh,
round.
Ricardo Coakley. No, nothing against Coakley. He was a very he was a decent depth, and it was one of those glue players. Like you needed him in very specific times to win games, but he was that was a reach.
But he
that was
texted me
back.
about it. I was like, you guys would know him much better than I do.
Yeah, he was most known for he had a very unique dance that he would do in the end zone after a turnover. It was like he would put like his hands up like ears, and it was a very like unique thing. Like you saw him and like, oh, that's Coakley.
Was it like the Willie Gay type celebration?
Yeah, very similar to that. Yeah.
It's now been confirmed that the Steelers did not try to trade from 21.
So, out of curiosity, I'm just looking. Why did I miss something? Why does it say the Jets are up next on the NFL Network?
I do not know. Nothing's come across my screen yet.
What is it?
That says the Jets are next, not San Francisco on NFL Network.
So the 49ers here's the thing. The Jets have traded up. Adam Schefter said San Francisco traded 30 to get 33 and 179.
Okay.
Now the Jets might get Omar. Shoot, Omar might be gone.
Oh.
Can we just like veto these trades? Be like, hey, New York. Yep, Omar Cooper to the Jets.
God damn it.
I love my life. You could have had him at 21.
That's just so disappointing.
I mean, it's the Jets. Nothing's going to happen there.
Yeah, but now with Garrett Wilson and Omar Cooper, at least Geno Smith has two guys to throw to.
See, this is what bothers me about the Steelers. We don't even try. If the Jets could trade in, why couldn't we? You know?
Because we're too busy having press conferences and not knowing that the draft's still going on.
I genuinely think there's a gas leak that is a very specific gas leak over the last little bit in Pittsburgh, because it's obviously carried over where you walk in and you're like, you know what, our wide receiver group is good. And you just go about your day. Because that it feels like that energy again, right? Like that's what they're going to say. No, we have faith in our wide receiver group. No, we know our receiver guys. Or they're going to say, well, look, we got Pittman. But to me, not enough. You needed
Zach, on your draft board, do you have James Campton or Jahar Evans anywhere that's already been taken?
Who is it?
James Campton.
James Campen? I don't think anyone that has been taken.
Jahari Evans.
No, Jahari Evans has not been taken yet.
Apparently, Mike McCarthy says James Campen and Jahari Evans are bouncing off the walls on their draft board.
Who are those guys?
I have no idea.
No, I think they're outside of the first round area because.
Let's pack it up. This season is officially over already.
No, James Campen is a coach.
Oh, all right.
For the Steelers, right? He's the offensive line coach, and Jahari Evans is, I imagine, a coach.
Running backs coach? I mean, don't get me wrong.
He's the offensive
he's the line. Assistant. So for the offensive line coaches and staff to be excited about that, I'm happy for them. Doesn't mean I'm happy about the pick.
I mean, if they can make gold out of mush, then let's go.
I mean,
maybe he'll be in all. Maybe he'll have like.
You know what? Yeah, maybe we're gonna have a guy a future Pro Bowler, and I want this. I love being proved wrong. I would love to come on here and say, you know, everything I said about you, Max. I am really sorry you proved wrong. I want that so badly. So
per Nick Faribault, Mike McCarthy says that where Troy Fontaine and Max, whatever, play on the O-line will be determined through the offseason program. Guard, not a choice with Max. He will play at tackle.
Bro, I'll be so for real. Like, I understand the Cowboys and Eagles are in the same division, but I wouldn't trade with my division rival that kicks my butt sometimes.
I'm trying to see. Oh, either one of you know, what was the trade between the Jets and San Francisco?
It was
Jets traded
pick 33, or pick 33 basically.
Yeah.
Or the Jets got 30, they gave the 49ers 33, and like here's my thing. If Boston doesn't get taken tonight, I feel like he's gonna go to the Buffalo Bills, but like that kind of Titans are actually on the clock. The Bills have traded out the first round.
Oh, okay. And the Titans already took a receiver.
This guy says, Josh Roundtree says, the Steelers playing Renegade and then immediately letting their fan base down is just one of the funniest things ever.
No, seriously. It was there was this whole thing. Everything was big, and then just boom.
So if I'm looking at this ESPN board, right, the Titans are on the clock. They already got
They got Carnell Tate.
So you got Jermad McCoy. You got Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, Avion Terrell, who could be in play. Yep, TJ Parker. But honestly, if I'm the Titans and I'm not great on offense, I'll double dip in receiver. Hey, give me Denzel Boston with Carnell Tate and Calvin Ridley.
You know what? It was the way the night's going. That's exactly what they would do to me personally. It would have nothing to do with them. You're like, Zach, fuck that guy. Take your second receiver. Why are you laughing, Relic? Why are you laughing? I don't like that.
You guys need to go to the Steelers Pro Shop Twitter page and look at what they tweeted. The pick is in. Pre-order Max whatever jersey now. Shop here. Pittsburgh Steelers reposted. Number one comment. Respectfully, we are not pre-ordering a projected lineman's jersey. Number two, who the fuck is that guy? Number three, Steelers were on the phone with Lemon and didn't know Eagles traded picks with Dallas. Embarrassing. Ooh.
Yep.
I think we're not because here's my thing. Twitter is not going to have all the reactions. I think we're actually more mad, like as a fan base of like, you look at what was there. Look at what was there. Take a mental shot of that.
Bro, Steelers fans cleared out the arena. Wow. There's still two picks left.
Shoot, I'd be mad. I want to go back to my hotel too.
Yep. The hotel that you spent most of your year's salary on just to be here for, that you got to see a tackle pick.
Shoot, I might even get my flight home tomorrow at this point.
Well, you know what? This is as long as, because I feel like I did everything correct to make sure I can bounce back tomorrow, but they need to make it up to us. There's a lot of disappointment and frustration and pain that the Steelers caused the fan base today, and they have to knock it out of the fucking park tomorrow.
This guy says to that, buy this jersey. Sorry, I already have an Artie Burns and Broderick Jones jersey.
Oh, God damn.
That kind of made my night right there. I feel bad for that guy.
Artie Burns. Wow.
But I will say Artie Burns was good before I don't know what happened to Artie Burns, but there was like a time he wasn't that bad.
The Titans select Auburn defensive line Keldrick Falk.
That makes sense. They need edge help. But I think it would have been funny if they picked Denzel Boston because it just would have rounded out the night in such a funny way.
You know it's bad when the Browns do better in the draft than us.
Yeah, it's been a.
You know what? If anybody from Steeler Nation is listening, like at the draft, just see if you can get everyone there that's a Steelers fan not to show up tomorrow. Like, can we make that happen? So, like, Omar Khan and all them could, like, I get you got like businesses and stuff. Like, just go watch the draft at a bar. Don't even show up at like the draft stage.
Yeah, someone's getting fired for that. The fact that they were on the phone with Mekhi Lemon, and then they had no idea that the whatever Eagles jumped in front of them. That's bad.
How does nobody run into the room or at least be like, hey, like wave their arms like they're lost at sea and they see the helicopter of like, yo, I need help. Like, that's just so bad.
Why would you call him too before even on the?
It's a really bad look, and I don't.
Who called
And
him?
the thing is, we know enough about how the Steelers respond to this. They're not going to give us what we want. They're not going to apologize. They're not going to take responsibility. They're going to try and say, no, what we actually wanted all along was Max. And I don't want to hear that.
Save yourself. Like, this is one of those picks you can't save yourself. And I'll even upgrade you one better. So Mekhi Lemon falls through, right? Not great. But you couldn't take your direction and be like Omar Cooper or Denzel Boston. Nobody thought ahead mentally.
I'm gonna put this
It
out
almost
there.
sounds like a panic pick.
No, I was about to say it may be because of how badly that situation went, they panicked. And that's why we saw the reaction from that, because the war room reaction to that pick was subdued, and no one would. The clapping looked like it was not what you would normally expect.
Well, I mean, look at last year with Tomlin. Everybody was like dabbing each other up, hugging, standing up, clapping. I was looking at you guys when that was on the screen, so I didn't see it. You're gonna tell me you didn't have a wide receiver under Lemon?
It's just really disappointing.
Like, why wouldn't you have a backup to that? If you knew you were going wide receiver,
it
doesn't make sense.
We expect this from other teams. We expect this from Chicago. We expect this from Las Vegas. It's not supposed to be. We're supposed to be better than this.
You know what, Cleveland fans, I might have to write an apology pretty soon.
Yeah, because Cleveland drafted well.
Wow.
Yeah. What?
The Seahawks
draft
Notre Dame running back Jadarian Price.
That is a guy I had 32nd in my mock draft. If you pull that up, Zach.
I will. I actually have it right here on screen, ready to go. There it is.
Boom.
And there you have at the bottom. Exactly. So you got 2 exact picks today.
I feel great. It's pretty hard to get a lot of this right.
You know what? We need something to feel fucking great about tonight. So I will take that, because now another thing that we'll feel great about is that there are still receivers that can be taken.
Chris Brazzell? That probably will be the pick tomorrow. Chris Brazzell.
Denzel Boston is still there.
Nah, he'll go to the 49ers at 30.
Hey, Zach, can you put this on the big screen? I'm sending it to you on DMs. It's the Ian Rappaport on the Steelers and Eagles.
Give me 1 second.
This is unforgivable.
Oh, good. This is just wonderful. What? Well, you just 1 second. Joy.
I just seen this video now. It's even more funny.
This is unforgivable.
Bro, he didn't even answer them. That's even funnier. That the Eagles traded up, called him.
If I was him, I wouldn't even sign the contract. No, I want to be they said they were drafting me. I want the Steelers. Redo.
That is crazy.
Bro, that is funny. And what's funny is Mekhi Lemon wasn't answering the phone.
No.
That's crazy. I'm trying to see if I can put this on the screen and play. I don't know if I can play it through here. I'm going to try.
If I'm the Steelers right now, and because this came out, I am doing anything in my possible life to get in front of the Eagles tomorrow.
The volume.
Can you guys hear that or no?
No.
Okay. No, that's what I was trying to figure out. So I can't play it that way. So 1 second, I'll have to figure out another. So the pretty much what happened, I'm guessing by that video, is while he was on the phone, the Eagles realized it, did not even have to call him, just put the pick in.
No, they called him. He wasn't answering. And they still drafted him.
Can I just add a sense of humor to this? Can I just say the Philadelphia Eagles might have an all-time troll, not only just with the video, but they say LOL, go at NHL Flyers.
Oh,
That might be
fuck.
an all-time troll, bro.
Wow.
I've never seen that
Okay.
before. Of literally like your hockey team's defeating Pittsburgh, and then you take the receiver they want, and you're just like, LOL, go Flyers.
Yep, that was.
If
It was a night that it seemed nearly impossible to make it as rough a night as it was, and yet that's what happened.
if the Steelers, DK Metcalf, or Michael Pittman get injured next year, or this season, season's over.
Yep.
We're right back to where we were.
Because pretty
And we
much
don't have Calvin Austin as a fallback to be our fastest guy.
The franchise, and this is the new stuff. You haven't earned trust with us for us to say, yeah, you know what, you got this.
I will say, here's my thing. If the 49ers traded back to 33 and got Denzel Boston, they're going to look stupidly smart tomorrow. Now you traded out the first round, and then you're going to get your guy.
I feel bad for this guy. He's going to get so much hate. Like, he's probably a really nice guy. He's probably still, not the best at his position. And he got chosen a few rounds before he was supposed to. But I feel bad for this guy because his social media is going to be destroyed with people's mad.
Well, I will say this to fans, right? Like, I understand you're mad, but please don't take it out on this guy. Like, quick PSA from me.
Nothing to do with him.
Yes, nothing to do with him. Please, and this can go to Max too. Like, welcome to the Steelers. I do want to say that. But yeah.
It's unfair that he's going to have to prove himself beyond just what he's going to have to outplay his position.
What's that look, Relic?
Hey, Zach, do you want to see something? Oh, go ahead.
My cat just unhooked my my ring light.
So. No.
Yeah, he's mad too. I get it.
He's like, yo, Zach, get off this damn stream. Give me some kibble, damn it.
They already got fed earlier. They're fine.
This is a wild report from the Steelers.
Oh no, what?
The Steelers have 4 offensive tackles and 2 wide receivers contracted to the team right now.
That's just.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know.
Wait. Huh?
So I thought Roman Wilson's under contract, right?
I'm not sure.
Because
I don't think they're counting him because he hasn't played.
Oh, okay, well that you have to count. If it saying under contract has to mean under contract, just not if they're under contract and playing. If they're under contract, they're under contract.
I got even a funnier tweet from all this. It's like, I know Filipponi sometimes can say some stuff where we're like, but like he was like, what a quote from a Steelers insider. You know the clock runs out on you in fantasy football draft, and an auto picks a guy you don't want. That's what happens to the Steelers tonight.
Oh my god! It seriously feels like that, right? Like that.
I've been through that torture myself, honestly, where you forget you're on the clock and then you're like, "Oops, did not mean to have that."
I've had entire teams where I'm like, "Wait, I just went to wash dishes. I forgot that we were drafting."
So here's I guess the plan now. I guess when you get to 52 or 53 in that range, you could get somebody like an Antonio Williams from Clemson, a Zach Branch from Georgia, Jeremy Bernard from Alabama. Because Denzel Boston is not making it past the 49ers tomorrow. And if he does, I'd be shocked.
We unless we trade up. So that there are ways that we can make this a little better, but we just made this so much more difficult on ourselves. This was a draft that we should have been able to just breeze through. And
if we choose a fucking defensive player in the second round,
unless it's a
game over.
Can I just say, if that happens while we're streaming, can we just like hit the end stream tomorrow if we do?
Well, no.
All right, season over. We're done.
Just just a very frustrating night. Well, I gotta say, for everyone who stuck around despite the frustrating evening we all had, thank you. We're like we said, um, we will expect to be back tomorrow and covering the day two, which will be rounds 2 and 3. Steelers have 4 picks combined in both, so we'll take 4 tackles tomorrow.
Zach,
And
if you throw that out in the universe, I'm gonna walk to your house.
And if Zach gone missing one time for a podcast and because of that happening, I know it happened.
Okay, so before we go, Relic, final thoughts for this evening summed up, because we'll be back tomorrow. We'll have a night to sleep on it. We can talk about how we feel about it then. But
Final thoughts,
how are you gonna wrap this up for us? And before we
final
get to
thoughts
Nate,
is we're in a bad place right now. We thought we were in a good place with the trades in the free agency. I think we actually lost the draft. This is no bullshit. I think this is on like the level of getting a running back in pick 3. This made no sense. It was a
I
panic. It was a panic pick, and I mean you didn't have any other offensive tackles that were better than him.
yeah,
I mean,
very
if you're going to get an offensive tackle in the first round, at least get like a top 3. Because I guarantee you nobody had this guy at a top 5.
so
that's
that's how you feel.
I mean, who knows? He could work out. We could actually know how to do things now with new staff. But given our track record, this is a bad pick and a wasted pick, especially with how hyped this draft was being in Pittsburgh. That's all I got to say. Hopefully it works, but it doesn't look like it's going to pan out.
Nate, we're gonna have, like I said, we're gonna have a night to sleep on it, and tomorrow we'll see how we feel. But now, summarize how you're feeling for us. We can all see we're all wearing our heart on our sleeves, so no one has to question that. But if you had just to summarize it.
So I'm just gonna bring some comedy jokes tomorrow because I might have to bring them with me when they're picking in the second and third round, but. It's just like you look at the snapshot, and what's even more embarrassing is the Ann Rappaport thing coming out. Like, you just look stupid at this point. Like, I feel bad for the guy, Max, because let's say he does develop into right tackle. Okay, the organization doesn't look as bad. But when you get embarrassed on national TV, you look stupid. You just look stupid. Like, you're telling me you couldn't look at the board once you see Mekhi Lemon and be like, okay, we can pivot to Omar Cooper, Denzel Boston, KC Concepcion. Like, there were options there. And it's just one of those things where you just look stupid. You just got embarrassed on live TV. You're hosting the draft, and you just get embarrassed in your hometown where you're hosting the draft. It's like, how stupid can you look in 1 year? Like, last year you looked stupid. Again this year, like even before the draft, you look stupid with Aaron Rodgers just holding you hostage. Now you look stupid because Philly traded up. And so I feel bad for Max because he could do it. But it's like when you just get embarrassed where in the city, in your own city where you're hosting the draft, and you don't pivot in any direction, you just look flat out stupid. Like, that's all I have to say right now. Like, it's different if that report didn't come out by multiple people.
Yeah.
But you just look flat out stupid. You're telling me you had no backup plan of like receiver if you wanted to go receiver. It sounded like we wanted to go receiver.
Yeah.
And so now you just look flat out stupid. And I could sleep in on it, but like you just look at everything coming out, and there probably will be more embarrassing stories that come out tomorrow. So I'm sorry, Max. This is nothing against you. This is, please, if you see this or watch this in its entirety, which I don't know if you will, but I'm sorry this happened to you where you might get some hate from fans that you don't deserve. I'm sure you're a really good guy, but the Steelers just got embarrassed in their own city where they're hosting it. It's just like, it's just annoying at this point.
It is. Well, despite the annoyance, thank everyone for joining us tonight. Thank you, Relic, for jumping in. Thank you, Nate, for joining us. Like I said, we're planning to be back tomorrow to see
7
if
p.m.,
the Steelers. It starts at the draft starts at 6 p.m. tomorrow, right?
think sometimes it
so.
starts 7 p.m. Hold on, let me look this up.
Yeah, let's find out so we
I
can.
mean,
know
I'll be
exactly
here
when.
30 minutes early, like I always am. So NFL draft time.
Round 2's. Hold on, picks by round.
7 p.m., 6 p.m. CT.
Oh, the 6 p.m. Central. Okay, so 7
I'm a
p.m. Yeah,
seasoned NFL draft pro out here.
there we go. So yeah, so we'll be on tomorrow. Like the
6:45
same as today. So yeah, 6:45 will be on. So hopefully I don't want to say we will feel better, but
No, it's gonna sting even more, Zach.
it really is. I'm curious to see if the Steelers do anything to not push back, but to explain a little bit, because there's a please explain yourselves feeling I have inside of me.
I just don't think you can out-explain yourself out of this one. There's no way to out-explain yourself.
I agree. I don't think there is, but I don't think there's a good answer, but I want to see some responsibility taken here. I know it's not how they normally do it, but that's one of the few things that would make me say, you know what, fine, let's just move forward and deal with it. Because right now, like I said, we look stupid, and we have 4 picks tomorrow to make up for it. So let's try our very best to make up for it. And we will see both of you guys tomorrow, and hopefully all of you guys. Yet again, thank the near 50 people who have been consistently watching tonight for a draft stream where you guys can pretty much watch wherever you would like now. It's incredible. So,
Make sure you all and subscribe. This is the #1 Steelers podcast on YouTube. And unfortunately, LeeAnn couldn't be here tonight because she had to work. But Zac killing it with the official host of the NFL 2026 draft.
It is this is my 5th straight year from start to finish. Oh, well, a comment to finish out the day. Well, we all may
Sums
not
up the night.
agree. Yeah, there you go. Sums up how we're all feeling tonight.
Fun fact, just to make all this hurt even more, this is the first time in 11 years that the Browns choose a wide receiver in the first round before the Steelers.
Yep.
And before we go, please, fans, please do not say anything to Max.
Yes,
please, like
let him do his thing. This is supposed to be the best day of his entire life. Let him have that, and then give him a chance to prove us all wrong.
Be frustrated at Omar. Please don't be frustrated at him. Be frustrated at the organization. Please don't be frustrated at him, because this is his moment.
Agreed.
He's earned it over time. So please don't say anything to him.
Yes. If you're going to do something, go follow him and be one of the few people that just says, "Welcome to the Steelers. I hope you do well." That's it. Just be one of the few people, because he's going to get a lot of hate.
Also, please remember that just because he is not a top tier player, he still is one of the best in the nation to make it to the NFL. So let's everybody give him a little clap for him.
Yeah, less than 1% of people actually make it.
And apparently this guy, they actually went to the draft.
Yes.
And had to deal with that. So I am very sorry, Riddell. And thank you for joining. I don't think I've seen you in before, but thank you for coming in. We're going to be back tomorrow for day 2. So if you'd like to join us tomorrow and seeing how that'll happen, yeah.
Maybe they make me more excited tomorrow, because maybe that happens. They just want to make us mad for one night, and then they're just going to be like, we thought you guys would be mad. Actually, we're going to get in our
at this rate, we're taking a punter next.
We might need one. I don't know.
Zach's face just fucking... He lost all hope.
For at this point, it might be Drew Aller or Garrett Nussmeier 2nd round, and then a receiver in 3rd round, which the receiver might be someone that's not even on any of our draft boards.
I mean, you can ask Zach. I had Garrett Nussmeier as my top 3 quarterback because I didn't know much about quarterbacks this draft. So
you want to go back and see my entire world fall apart for no reason? Watch a bit ago when Relic faked that we had taken Nussmeier. So,
bro, you look like you've seen a ghost.
Poor Zach.
Oh, thank you, Ratel. I appreciate that. Make sure that you subscribe so you can know we're back on tomorrow. And again, thank you guys. Thank everyone watching. And I am so sorry, Pittsburgh. We'll all feel better when we wake up in the morning. And maybe Omar would have stopped drinking. All right, everybody have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow.
LeeAnn and Zac would like to thank you for tuning in to the Steel City Huddle podcast. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss a thing.